Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact, and today we're going to be doing a quest, a world quest, that has been a long time coming, and that is Unfinished Comedy. It's been not teased, I guess, would you say teased is probably the way you could call it? All I could say is that for this whole time, it's been one of those quests that the game has let me suspend about 3,000 times. Because it interferes with a lot of other quests. Of course, it's in the Fortress of Meripede. Of course it would be. Today's team that we're using is called Magic Maybe. We can see it right here, actually. This is Magic Maybe. It's Magic Maybe because, like, they are all magic, you know, but we don't want to reveal it just yet to people. We got to keep a low profile sometimes, especially when we look and we're this cool, you know, when it comes to Magic Maybe. Okay, so we have Nahida, Kazuha, Bennett, and Linny. Now, this team also swaps back sometimes with Xiangling. Today I'm going to try using Nahida with this team. This is to me, I think it's actually going to be very good, I think. I think when we do a rotation, it's going to be Nahida, Benny, Kazuha, and then use Linny's abilities. Now, the thing is, for some enemies, we probably won't even need the full rotation. But for other enemies, like harder enemies, I think the full rotation is going to be more than welcome, but hard to probably pull off for me because I haven't done it that much yet, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Also, I think we have one wish on the standard banner. We have 6 hours remaining on this banner, which is crazy. Or we have 2 wishes. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. I've been very bold, by the way. Some days I haven't done my commissions. That's just because, you know, when you're doing other stuff, you're kind of like, okay, 4-star, we'll take a 4-star. So, like, I should have been doing, like, the... Nice. Actually, super, super nice. I know it's only, like, a freaking, like, 4-star weapon. Like, I realize that. I'm very aware, right? But it's actually, like, I actually quite like the stringless. Now, the weapon that we're using to... Actually, this brought the wrong thing. The weapon that we're using today for Linny is... Let's see. It's the Skyward Harp, which is a weapon that belongs to Fischl. Now, at first... Oh, we already have, like, so many stringless, by the way. We have, like, 4. I didn't even realize. We could actually do this quite well with someone else as well, if we needed it. Yeah, the reason he has Fischl's harp... her Skyward Harp, is at first Fischl didn't want to part with it, you know, but then I told her that he was a very big theater kid at heart, and she said sharing is caring, and that's what, because at first she was like, no, and I support her. I was like, no, we're not sharing a weapon. We're not going back and forth with sharing a weapon. But then, of course, she heard about the theater kid stuff, and she's like, well, I'm not a theater kid. I'm actually the princessin, but I can appreciate a theater kid. And I was like, that's great. That's absolutely great. So that's how we're sharing a weapon this time around anyway. Let's see how this team goes. Let's see how this quest goes. Let's talk to Darcy. Pretty face. Hello, sir. And hello to your cute companion. Dirty Face Darcy at your sir... Dirty Face? Dirty Face? That's right, just call me Dirty Face Darcy. They used to call me Pretty Face on the outside. But the nickname was just so lame. No, see, it's the context of it, Darcy. Like, if you're like a cold-blooded killer, your name's Pretty Face, that you're like the coolest thing ever. You know what I mean? If you're going around like doing crimes and stuff and your name is Pretty Face, no one's gonna say anything to you. You know what I mean? It's the context of it. Please just call me Dirty Face instead. Well, that's a cool nickname. I wash my face every day. You don't have to stand all the way over there. Any news? Too bad it's not for Pankration, time for Pankration yet. Let me think. How about this? Why don't I take you to have some fun? A few folks have locked horns over the chance to go outside. I had no idea the Fontaine Research Institute guys could dish it out like that. I'm guessing they'll be here any minute now. What do you think? Think of it as an opening act before the real Pankration match starts. Want to check it out? Okay, let's go then. Let's go. So this is Unfinished Comedy, which I have been definitely waiting to do. Definitely waiting to do. Let's talk over here to go see Estienne with Darcy. Estienne? Hi, Estienne. I brought 2 new friends with me. Your friends may have come at a bad time. See that? They're gonna be at it for a while. That's an unscientific way of keeping score. Besides, the participants were unsupervised. Is that a way to produce convincing results? I'm calling for reassessment. This is a competition, of course. We should have refined a fine system and fair rules. Participants who don't follow the rules should be disqualified.
You talk a good game. I'd expect nothing less from someone who'd been through the ringer.
If you're referring to the fraudulent thesis case, I've already made my point several times now. The case is still under investigation. It's useless to try and attack my character with something like that.
If you say so, after all, you're the only one who knows the truth.
Oh, Genevieve and Rave again. Genevieve is an amazing name. I'll talk to you about my thing later. I'm gonna bounce now. I'll leave the two friends to you. Darcy makes a dash for it. He left us just like that? Some guy. Paimon gives him 0 stars. 0. Mr. Guard, as the organizer, it's not exactly proper for you to stay out of this discussion of the rules, is it?
This is just a game to pass the time. How is I supposed to know you get all riled up over it, let alone take it seriously?
Right. Why don't we introduce the rules of the game to our new players? A game? I'm definitely gonna win. There's no game the two of us can win. Wait a sec. We still don't know what the game is even is yet. Don't try and change the subject. We're already halfway through the game, and they don't know the fundamental rules. They can't just join now. So what are you guys playing? Coupon Millionaire. Paimon never heard of such a game.
Of course not. This is not what the heartless guards play to make fun of us.
This is just, the guards do make, okay.
Everyone loses, and I'm sure you know who wins.
The guards?
That's not true. You work to earn coupons during the game, and the one that has the most coupons will get a better reward from me.
Nice lighting.
So whoever wins, but one person wins more than the rest.
A reward better than coupons? What could it be?
In Darcy's words, a chance to be under the sun. Some of our periodic checks need to be performed outside, and I get to decide who gets these jobs.
Okay, so it's just the idea of like every few, you get a bit of time out in the sun, which is actually very nice.
It'd be very interesting if I could pick based on my preference. So I created a coupon millionaire, and those who wanted to go aside are free to sign up. Whoever gets the most coupons wins the game. If you feel that your strength alone will be insufficient, you can find others to group up with. As for how you earn coupons, I don't care about that.
As the game goes, the rules are very vague.
It's part of the strategy. Does the Fontaine Research Institute not have similar games?
How about you, Darcy's new friend? Oh, so he says, sorry, everyone, but I'm going to win. We'll have a positive attitude going forward with this.
It's not impossible to come back from behind, but only those who have the means will be able to do it. As for them, Esten, maybe you should arrange a special competition for children.
Children's competition? Paimon, get him. Paimon doesn't know who you are, but you shouldn't be underestimating us. We've seen some things. It's just a game, and we're gonna cruise through it. No, I will definitely be the biggest winner. Is this a child? This is definitely a child. That's why I did the child voice. This is definitely a child. What the hell? Oh wow, a real child. Why are you in the Fortress of Meripede?
That's what Kato said, and he never lied to me.
What are you all doing here?
You again, Esten? I didn't break your rules, did I? In fact, I even increased everyone's work efficiency, and that should be to my credit. You know what I mean. Know your places then. You're a guard, and you should use your powers to make them obey you. I have my way of doing things, and you know this. It's been some time since you arrived here at the fortress. You should try blending in a little bit more.
Who is this? This is a child!
What are we doing here? Laziness, apathy. I'll restore order here, starting with you. Stop this gathering and go back to what you were doing. I'm not as lenient as Esten. If I'm going to restore order, then punishments are a must. I don't think you want to know what they are. Are there things that I don't know? I jest. You don't need to waste any of your time on this game that we play to kill time. The fortress is huge, and I'm sure there are other things that require our attention. I don't need you to remind me.
Noelle leaves. Genevieve and Rave return to her. Okay.
Finally, being serious can be a virtue, but being overly serious is something else.
Well, like, if you are playing a game that is just like how the inmates have described it as just like, making them work for something that like is, I don't know, like using their misfortune, I guess, then maybe he was right to kind of tell you to like, straighten up a bit, fly right a bit. Anyway, now that the annoying guy is gone, will you join the game, Darcy's new friends?
What sort of person leaves their friends behind anyway? We aren't his friends. In fact, Paimon's gonna use his uncool nickname to address him. That pretty face is a jerk. I think pretty face is such a cool nickname. Wait a minute, that nickname doesn't sound well mean. I think it's like if someone called me like pretty face, like unironically maybe, I'd be like, okay, what a terrible nickname. Oh my god. Oh no, they're calling me nice hair. Oh no, what am I gonna do? All right then, what should we call you? Call me Paimon. This is Wonder. As for the game, we'll need more time to think about it. Sure, if you change your mind, please be sure to talk to me. Interesting. Where'd the little girl go? Yes, that's the thing. It's more than strange. The little girl is in the fort. Like at first I was just like, okay, like I was like, I did the little girl's voice because like that's clearly a little girl. But then like it snapped into my mind. I was like, that's a little girl. You know what I mean? Because we have like the salsa little, you know, we know salsa and like we've done the little girl voices before. So I was just like, oh, what's the little girl doing here? So strange. Is he over here? No, she's, oh sorry, I went the wrong way completely. Yeah, there she is. What are you doing in the fortress, girl? What's happening? I'm back in here. What is happening? Please tell me what is happening. There you are.
Oh, you again. And are you a bird, little one?
Little one? A bird? Paimon doesn't look like a bird. Indeed, Paimon, you don't. Yeah.
That's so strange. You can fly, but you're not a bird. Are you an evil dragon or an evil dragonling?
She's not, probably. The way you eat and your thirst, she's not, probably. Yeah, that's the nicest thing we can say. Why did you hesitate? Because there's probably about 50 theories about you being a dragon online. Anyway, he's wondering. Paimon's name is Paimon. What's your name? Lanoire, maybe?
Mr. Wanderer and Miss Paimon, will you please tell me whether the evil sorcerer is still there?
The evil sorcerer? Yeah, yeah, the evil sorcerer, what?
Yes, the black clothes and the staff that has branches sticking out of it. Kato said that I must get spotted by the sorcerer, things will get very bad.
Well, why are you in the prison? Where's this wicked spell? Second, my sword is ready. Why are you playing along? Paimon thinks you're talking about who we just saw. Must have been a guard, right? So who's this bad sorcerer? Esten and Noelis.
Esten is a good sorcerer. He brought me flowers, and when he returned last time, they're the same color as my skirt. Then Kato taught me to put them into books and make pressed flowers. That way my books would smell nice too. This is what they call the fragrance of knowledge.
Noelis then. Esten was being annoying too. No plot twist, boring. Paimon doesn't like him either. It seems like he doesn't think very highly of us. And the evil sorcerer's gone now. Still, why is a little kid like you in the fortress of Meripede? Yes, I would like to know this.
I've always been here. What?
What? Why does everyone ask me? What do you mean? It's so... Don't you... Is this your home? A home is where your family... Well, the home is what you make of it, but like you know... You can build a house, but it's not always a home, you know? Home is where your family is.
That's what Kato said too, which is why I have a home that I don't know about.
How do you call a place that you don't know home?
Wait, I can't? That's a toughie, but I'm sure Kato knows the answer. He knows a lot of things, and a lot of stories.
Might Kato by any chance be a kid who looks about the same age as you?
No, he's a lot taller than me, and than Mr. Wanderer, and taller than an evil sorcerer. But I think he's afraid of the evil sorcerer. He lost his sword and the evil sorcerer has a powerful staff, so he hides when evil sorcerer comes out.
The scared sounds mysterious. Maybe Lanoire is just too young? She hasn't been very clear about herself at all. Maybe this Kater knows more. I guess we can go meet him. We can go meet Kater. Will take us to see him?
Sure, but it's too soon to go back. I want to explore this place while the evil sorcerer isn't here. Will you come with me?
Let's go. Let's go. Lanoire, I'll be honest with you, right? Like, if this is your home, that's like great, but I will say, there's furry monsters in there? The evil source isn't here now, my friend. I'm reading this, but like there's no way I can read all of this fast. Good luck. So she's talking about, hey, like, to be quiet. So he's like going on with the evil sorcerer story as well. That's what I do now. I summarize everything when I read it quietly. Walk on this thing in circles. So
the boxing. You have to earn the boxing dummy's approval. Can go take on the furry beast. So yeah, there's furry beasts hiding in the Fortress of Mirrorpeed is what she's saying. Yeah, so what I do now is like when it comes to that, because it's so hard to actually like read all that text when it goes by so fast, I think the fair thing to do is for me to like, instead of just reading it really fast, I read it myself. Oh God, what's happening? And then I summarize it. I'm sorry, you all right? What happened? Yeah, what actually happened?
It's the evil sorcerer's magic. We'll be trapped if we get caught in it.
Sorry, the light's broken, and this expert here isn't anywhere near good as he claimed.
I never said such a thing. Oh, it's you. Alright, you're a good sorceress. But that bright light really hurt my eyes.
Lanoire is a very interesting. It's just like very interesting the fact that like we have a kid in the fortress at all. This noise box transformed evil into good? How so? So if you turn off the noise elsewhere, it might attract the sorcerer. Multi-production zone safety measures notice. Bring them. Oh, okay, I get it. Let's go for the wicked sorcerers. So that's actually very smart of her in a way. Like, yes, it is like in her head, but it's like if you turn off one of those boxes, they're gonna come to try and repair it. I suppose the ones who actually care about that stuff. Yeah, like it's so weird. Do you ever like? And this is sometimes it does happen in Genshin where like you're just like, okay, I guess I'm going on this weird trip. Like I'm following a kid through the Fortress of Mirrorpeed. And this is just like, it's like, okay, I guess this is my life. This is Genshin. Like, and obviously, like, you don't get quests like this often. Like, I'm not saying every quest is the same. I'm more saying the fact that, like, doesn't it happen in Genshin, especially world quests, where you're like, oh, I guess I'm now following this cat through a basement inside of a factory that was made to create wooden boxes that would be dropped from the sky that explode with candy in them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's like, I guess I'm here. You know what I mean? The world quests are always like, I guess I'm following this, like, creature down into their fortress to, you know, protect them from an evil sorceress now. So the ultimate destination of the adventure is a good meal. Not that's a bad thing, though, because I feel like, you know, one of the things that's, like, really good about the world quests in the game is that, like, they have some of the best stories, but they don't necessarily always have to be, like, the same kind of, like, because it's not a part of the Archon quest, it is still part of the world and adds to the world. I feel like because they're not part of the Archon quest, what we actually get is a story that doesn't have to like just not rely on, but it doesn't have to be like directly related to an Archon quest or a story quest all the time. They can do their own like crazy like beginning, middle, and end, which is always really neat. Whereas like, you know, we love story quests as well, and how story quests like, you know, will sometimes call back to Archon quests, and like how Archon quests will like sometimes like call back to story quests sometimes. And I think that's also like a really interesting way of doing it. It just gives a variety to it that like, it means that like, you know, you don't get bored going through all of them. They have like all the different flavor, I suppose. Not bad. Adventures take a toll on the body, so eating afterwards is a must.
That's right. I've never seen someone as small as Miss Paimon. You're even smaller than Miss Sigeween. You should eat more and you can grow bigger.
I think Paimon's just fine the way she is. I think she is too. Yeah, she's perfect.
Let's talk to Brandon and see if we'll get something good. Yep, it'd be nice if the delicious tasse rojo, though.
Tasse rojo?
Greetings, Bran.
Greetings. What can I do for you?
I'll have 500 free meals, please.
Negative. According to the Fortress Millipede's coupon cafeteria regulations, only one free meal per day shall be permitted per person.
I'm getting some for everyone. Are you seriously trying to feed everyone here? We just need 2. I love that they can also let you do some very silly lines in the World Quest too. It's nice, you know?
Enjoy.
I'll have one too.
Understood. Enjoy.
Miss Wander, Miss Paimon, let's open our meals together, right? 1, 2. Mine's a Tassis Rojo. What you get?
Oh, that face. Is there a pot? I'll cook my own meal. It certainly looks like food. Water's a comedian in this one. Wow, this looks kind of disgusting.
So I only got the good meal? Would there be enough to split?
No. Okay, you're a sweetheart. Okay, you do not have to do that whatsoever. Eat your food.
There's even a fortune sign. What does yours say? Paimon's fortune says, luck only brings fleeting pleasures. Lifelong happiness requires hard work.
Oh, Paimon's man now. How would you wonder? Things happen. Don't take it personally. True. But I still think that you should take some stuff personally for yourself. Always respect yourself, guys. Always respect yourself.
Mine says misfortune is an illness, and caring friends are the cure. The two of you went on an adventure with me, so you're definitely caring friends, but you got the disgusting meals. The sorcerer said that I must remember to pay it forward, so now it's my turn to cure you.
No. Eat your food.
Let's go to the rag and bone shop.
Eat your food. For sure, eat your food. Don't worry about, like, our, don't worry about us all the time. Oh, they counted us as getting one. Okay, fair enough. I think it's fair enough. Yeah, no, like, I genuinely, like, I think that's, like, sometimes it's a good way to live by. My whole thing is, like, when, in real life, like, in like, everyday life, like, I always, like, you know, people always say I'm very carefree when it comes to a lot of stuff. You know, I'm very, like, okay, look, you know, whatever happens, you know, we'll have to do it. But, like, also, I'm a big supporter of just, like, respecting yourself. So, like, for me, like, I'm like, I'll be very forgiving, and my friends always say I'm very forgiving. But, like, when it comes to, like, my friends being hurt, I'm like, I wouldn't forgive them that easily. And they're like, well, you forgive everyone. And I'm like, well, listen, look, I'm just saying you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't be forgiven. I'm very much like that when it comes to stuff like this. Or back to this shop. Interesting.
Hello, Alvord.
Hey, Skylark, want a Fanta? We just got a new shipment. How about your friends?
Is this the rag and bone shop?
If you have coupons, we have everything from home supplies to Hydra Phantasm, Taint Begone. 2 devices that can help you get the Pankration ring. Our wares are trusted and loved by all sundry. You name it, Rag and Bone has it.
We'll take some Hydra devices to help you. Let's ask this, actually.
They're for regulars only. Or if you happen to have friends who are regulars, I suppose I can show them to you. The special items must be pre-ordered, though. If you're lucky enough, you might find what you want on the sale list. We do have other stuff stocked at all the time, so back to my question. How about some Fanta?
I want everything off in Uncle Alvid's store. There you go. She wants everything.
That's not going to be a problem. Let's say we're almost through with this shipment and only food and drinks are left, but they'll cost you a good number of coupons.
Really? Are you sure it won't be a problem?
Problem? If you need coupons, gotta give me a ton of them, so I should have enough. The food and drinks here are really great, and you're going to love them, Miss Paimon. Carter said that coupons make on fair things fair. I got delicious toasted roju.
You don't. Oh my God, you were too sweet. Do not worry about this whatsoever. Eat your food. Take the fortune that you got. You're a little kid.
So now I'm gonna use my coupons to buy something delicious for the two of you.
Something doesn't feel right?
But Lanoire said there's plenty of delicious food and drinks. Esten said that hunger and gross food reduces our work efficiency and puts us in a bad mood. We're going to see Carter soon, and we want to be in a good mood when we see him. That's why we need to fill our stomachs with delicious food. We're counting on you, Uncle Alvord.
Oh. I just don't have enough coupons. Everything's sold out as well.
Sure. Thank you for the business.
Lenore says so. We'll dig in.
Have a good meal, Miss Paimon.
Feasting with Lenore, everything that couldn't be finished ends up on Paimon's pack. Hell yeah.
That was amazing. Paimon's so full she can barely walk. She's getting sleepy too.
Why are we here again? Why are you here, Lenore?
That's a strange question. I've always been here.
I've always been here. Okay, yeah, 100%. And I'm not going to get impatient with you because it's clear as day, like, you're talking like a kid would. Whereas, like, if a kid is just naturally, like, in their environment where they're like, what do you mean? Like, you know, it's like, I've always been here. You know, it's like asking, like, it feels like the equivalent of asking maybe a kid, like, you know, why they, you know, wake up in the morning. I've always woken up, you know, like, you know, it's like, okay. You know, it's just like, they're just natural. Parmer's out. We're supposed to be looking for Carter. Let's go. But I don't know if he's there. If not, we can wait. He might come back soon. Cater. Cotter. Cater. Did you see that, by the way, Alvard? I saw it. Look at this. Watch the way I climb. It's like really athletic. Watch. You see that? I saw it the first time. Okay, just watch this. One hand. Can you do it with no hands? What do you mean? Just jump up with no hands and risk injuring the legs, risk injuring my movement on stage, the money maker on stage. If I can't move around on stage. Oh, Vard. Never got the magic business. Never got it. Never understood. You're fired. You're fired. Everybody hold hands. That's what I say. I did a video on like one thing I like about every single character, like in terms of their design and stuff. And actually, like, you know, I actually think it's such an inspired design choice to have like the silk like tights, the stockings, I suppose you can call them, maybe, or nylon socks or whatever, or see-through socks on a character, like especially a male character, to me is like so inspired for some reason. Like it's just like especially since like they match Lynette's sometimes as well, which I do think is really interesting. I think Linny's design in general is just very inspired, you know? It's just a very, very inspired character. Let's go over here then. This is an interesting quest. I'm like not even sure exactly... Hello? I'm not exactly sure what is going to lead to this, but I imagine it's going to be something to like... It's called... So he'll be back for sure if you wait for a minute. He sounds like a great brother. You're gonna tell him stories and look at my braids. Oh, really? Very nice, very nice. Oh wait, there's another kid! There's more kids! What's happening? So many kids! One kid is too many in the Fortress of Mirapede, I think.
Welcome back, Lanoire. Looks like you made some friends. Yes, they're Mr. Wanderer and Miss Paimon. Miss Paimon is small and she can fly, but she's not a board. She's not a seal either. Maybe a small sea in it? No wonder she has no one to see anything like her. No one knows anything about her. Paimon's just Paimon. That's who Paimon is. That's right. Paimon's Paimon. She's not a Sealy. Oh, what's on your arm? Wait, you're Cater? You look more like the same age as Lanoire. Nice to meet you, Mr. Wanderer, Miss Paimon. Please don't be so formal. That feels strange. What's up with the arms here? I'm not trying to judge. I just wonder like if it's a paint or if it's something. Well, if you're Lanoire's friend, sure. Anyway, both you and Laura are children, right? So, is your guardian here? Why are the two of you in a place like this? Kate's not a child. Indeed, I'm not. As for my present fears, you can think of it as an illness of sorts. Oh, okay, okay. So, that's what's going on. I've been here for a long time. Well, because of that, I've done in the past, but it's more complicated for Lanoire. She was born here. She was born in the Fortress of Mirapede, is what you're saying. Here in the fortress? You're a stranger, Miss Paimon. I've already told you that I've always been here, haven't I? Yes, but like I guess like, you know, for you it's natural. For us it's just very unnatural to see kids in here. Angus, her mother, was plagued by chronic illness. Oh no, and passed away some time ago. Honestly, we know other people's lives. I didn't know their situation. Regardless, Lenore wound up with no one to care for her. That is horrible. Again, she probably doesn't even know her mother. Yeah, that's a horrible situation. Really, really horrible. Because again, it's one of the situations where like it stops you in your tracks. It really does. Yeah. Maybe it's because I've been here for a long time. She's closer to me, but either way, Estienne asked me to look after her. So that's how it is, but she shouldn't be here, right? It's not like she's done anything wrong. You're right. I'm just looking after her for now, and she really should be with her family. Unfortunately, she does indeed have a family outside the fortress. So that's what she meant when she said she has a home that she doesn't know about. Will she be able to reunite with them soon? About that, things are a little complicated. I'm afraid it won't happen all that soon. Why? Yeah, what's happening? Because there's not any proof of identity. Maybe Agnes didn't think of that either. She was the one who needed to start the process to set Lanoire away from the fortress. So how about her other family members? Estienne said that Agnes wrote them in the past, but she never received a reply, and thus stopped trying altogether. If they knew about the current situation, they might change their minds. That's why I wanted to take her to her family. And if they don't take her in, we'll figure something else out then.
You're pretty nice about this. Very nice jumper as well.
Why can't I stay here? There's an evil sorcerer, but there's a good sorcerer, and you're here too. I don't want to leave. Mother never came back after leaving the fortress. If I leave, does that mean I'll never come back? Just like my mother? I never see you again, Cater?
Yeah, it seems like she's like come to terms with it in a way that like, is not exactly healthy, but is actually probably very normal for like a kid that doesn't see what happens, right? It's like her way of dealing with it is like, you know, like she passed away, but in reality, like in reality, like it seems to her not the opposite reality. Sorry, in the absence of reality, what it seems to her is that her mother left and just didn't come back, and she's thinking if I leave, yeah.
Either way, this is no place for a child to grow up. How will a sprout bloom without sunlight?
It's a good thing to say, actually. Very good expression.
You should get out of this place, Lanoire. You've already heard the stories already. There's a real world outside and a family that you are connected to. I'll go with you, so you need to be afraid. I believe you. You never lied to me.
It's so horrible that she's thinking along the lines of like, again, like it is probably a coping mechanism, the idea of like, you know, someone, or maybe it's like a lack of understanding about everything, about the world in general. But like, it does seem like it's one thing like to be like, to only hear what you want to hear when it comes to like the absence of your parents, your mother or whatever. But would you get her out without proof of identity? Is there anything we can do to help? Is there some loophole or backdoor we can use? Yeah, it's actually very heartbreaking already. Like we're like half an hour into this and already like we have like a an extremely tragic story going on here with Lanoire. Especially like I couldn't imagine not being able to come to terms with like loss like that while also like having to move. Not like, again, to her she's probably just like very okay with it because she doesn't see it as like, you know, but like I guess she's seeing it more as like just she left. So I don't know, it's hard. It's very it's a very weird situation. It's a very weird situation, we could say. It's just some loophole.
There are options, but they're too risky. How about this then? Let's follow the rules, albeit not that strictly.
How will that work?
Every so often, SCN will bring a few people with him to do work outside. We use this chance to get Lanoire back to her family.
That's actually very smart.
She doesn't have any proof of identification to begin with, and the disappearance of someone who's never existed on paper isn't exactly going to make the news here in the fortress.
You aren't talking about coupon millionaire, are you? I remember the sense saying whoever gets the most coupons within time will win a chance to go outside.
Oops, our coupons went straight to our stomachs.
Lanoire spent a ton cleaning the rag and bone shop out. We're sure to lose now. What are we going to do? We can win some.
We won't lose. If Carter says we'll win, we'll definitely win.
Lanoire, Paimon suspects you're grasping at the gravity of the situation. I think that she has a problem with grasping the gravity of the situation in general, but I think it's, again, she's a child, you know? And I think, you know, we all understand that. We even talked about with Paimon there as well. We'll just have to wait for the next opportunity.
It's fine. The coupons I've gave to Lanoire were for her to use as she please. This little mishap won't change the outcome.
Paimon still feels kind of bad, though. Why don't we help you? Paimon remembers a stand saying that you can play the game as a group.
Really, Miss Paimon? You and Wander will play the game with us too?
Yeah, we'll win this thing together. Let's go. And here's the thing. I was thinking to myself for a second, like, we could, like, talk to Risley. And, I'll stop jumping. She's probably gonna get tired. Yeah. We could talk to Risley. And be like, hey, look, dude, she doesn't have anything. Like, you know us, right? But the thing is about Fontaine that's like very, very interesting and different in a lot of cases is that like leeway isn't the same. Like you don't get the same amount of leeway in a lot of cases from the officials in Fontaine because their whole land is based on the idea of justice and doing things very analytically and by the book, to the point that like, you know, like Risley, while he would be kind of like, how do I say it? While he would be like very sympathetic towards the cause of this girl, probably, I'm wondering if it's a case that he would be like, well, we still have to go through the official channels. If I do this for her, then I'll have to do it for other people. You know what I mean? Because that's the way he runs this place. And it's not that he's a bad person. It's just that like, that's literally how he's kept this place afloat and right for years, is if we do it by the book and we do everything right, I can do it for you. Right. You know, and again, I sound like I'm trying to say that he's like too, like, we know he's lovely and we know that he cares a lot about people in here, but he will, you know, he'd find a way to probably get her out of here, but it probably would take way longer, I'd say, in terms of like getting all the proper documentation, all this stuff. But that's just how things go down here. But again, correct me if you think that it would be different, if you would be able to help. I don't know. That's just my idea anyway.
I already feel much better knowing you'll be helping us.
I did not read the last line, sorry.
With us here, there'll be a piece of cake. There are 4 of us after all. Still, how can we get into the most coupons in the least amount of time? I already feel much better knowing that you'll be helping us. Thank you both. As for how to get the coupons, I have a few ideas, but that can wait till tomorrow. You must be exhausted if you don't mind. Why don't you rest up first? There's enough space here.
Good idea, Wander. If you're tired, why don't we call an early night? Going for a little nap, why not? I know he's like a adult and stuff, I guess, and like, you know, but he's still adorable. Like the white hair with like the little green sweater. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. I'm sorry. Absolutely adorable. Let's take a rest. Risley, I'm back here. Huh. What you think of that?
I'm feeling tired. Should we rest now? I'd say so. Yeah. Cater, what story are you going to tell me today? I've already heard lots of stories with heroes as the main characters. Today I'll tell you a story about a little girl then. A little girl? Can the little girl also be the main character? Of course she can. It's her own story after all. In other stories, she might be a hero herself, or an evil dragon. There are all kinds of roles she can play. Oh, every time they start telling stories, I get so freaking worried in this game. Long, long ago, there was a little girl who lived in a giant's garden. The giant took special care of the flowers in the garden and wouldn't allow anyone to pluck even a single one of them. To keep intruders out, the giant built a towering wall around it. Because of this, the little girl living in the giant's garden had never set foot outside of it, even once. The giant always told her that the world outside was a dangerous place, and that the garden was the safest place she could live in. And then what? Did the little girl listen to the giant? I bet she didn't. If she did, then the story wouldn't end there. Very smart. You're right. The little girl never was one for doing what she was told. Uh-huh. As for the rest of the story, well, let's save it for the next time. Okay, so it's a story about like a little girl not doing exactly what she's told all the time. What's this say over here? Read. Run on some common knowledge easy and understandable to children. Okay. So some common knowledge information. Oh. The good sorcerer and the bad sorcerer.
Now disappear.
Seems like we come at a bad time. Kenner's been taken by the evil sorcerer. What? I love that he got a laugh out of that as well. I know, I like that they're letting us be a little bit funny in this world quest. If I'm not mistaken, you must be wandering Paimon. I'll come back to your question in a moment. I consulted records from the last 100 years, and I couldn't find any record of a caterpillar. In light of this possible mislaying of documents, we'll need your cooperation to recreate them. There's nothing pressing about the matter if you ask me. What's the rush about it? Listen, I often get the impression that you couldn't care less about restoring order to this place. I can't agree with your viewpoint. People who habitually indulge their every whim just can't see that there's too much freedom that actually does them harm. I'll restore order to this chaos using my own methods. I'll advise you again not to stand in the way of my work. Chaos? Isn't that just another word for thinking on your feet? You know what? Forget it. Is Caterpillar your real name? Additionally, I'll need you to state your crime in such as detail as possible. The time, location, as well as the final sentence pronounced. The more details you provide, the greater the likelihood we'll have of retrieving your records. If your file was indeed lost, we can fill in a portion of your records based on your statement. I've been called Caterpillar for a long time, so it's actually Catter, as in caterpillar. Yeah, Catter. I think the name suits me best. It's the closest thing I have to a real name. Real name. Caterpillar confirmed to be correct. Next, state your crime. I carried out a certain task under my master's orders. I failed, but some people suffered because of it nonetheless. This is my crime. I really would like to find out what this is. Your master, I'll need their full names, also when did it occur. Unlike me, he has many names. This happened a long time ago. Are you messing with me? Just give one of the names and give us one name. Give us one name. I'm really curious. Everything I said was the truth. His voice sounds too low to be that of a child. Okay, so we actually have to go with the a lower voice. That's fine. Yeah, that makes more sense. I apologize for looking for your more dramatic account or one of your lurid details to ignite your imagination. As to what happened that day, I could recount in no sparing detail. From the furnishings of that clandestine hall to the thoughts of my companion, which I venture to speculate on. But that's all just a fabrication of the mind after the fact. We both know that's not what you're really after, for these are nothing more than stories masquerading as the truth. The real story already turned to smoke, along with the barren garden. The barren garden? What you want to know is a pure truth. The truth that the culprit is where he should be. The other minute and trivialities are of no significance to you. They're inconsequential and thus won't shake up your orders in the slightest. There's nothing here for you to trouble yourself with. Everything is as it should be. The culprit is where he should be. There's nothing here for me to trouble myself with. Everything is as it should be. Compared to this temporarily missing file, surely misused a Rochelle loudspeaker is more obvious problem. Apart from the unauthorized use, we've also received a number of complaints recently of nervous breakdowns caused by its repeated use. You're right, Ascend. The guards have even greater duty to put a stop to sort of rule breaking. We should investigate the matter immediately. What are we waiting for then? Let's go to showing this. We just gave up there. He's just like, okay, let's go. Let's go. That's odd. What did he flip at the drop of the hat? Exactly. There's something fishy about this. He just changed. Could have been something to do with the stuff Caterpillar said. Paimon tried to little sleepy one. Is it like an incantation? Or something? Like an incantation or a chant? What happened there, Caterpillar? What happened?
Sorry for the delay. About the way I said I got my coupons earlier.
What did you do to him? Someone that aggressive doesn't seem the type to take advice from anyone. Why would he give up so easily?
Just a few small tricks. The culprit is where he should be. This is an undeniable fact. Making someone as straightforward as him certain of the undeniable fact isn't exactly hard. The purer a person is, the more easily they tend to be influenced by others' words. I've been here for a long time, as you know. After staying in one place for a long time, it's only natural to pick up a few handy tricks to exert some degree of influence over your environment. Almost too handy. Yeah, it's like very... Changing some person's mind with just a few simple phrases almost sounds like magic. Yes! Could there have been something when we were also influenced by the magic without even knowing it? Would someone even realize that they've been influenced? Paimon's was already a bit sleepy, but now our head is totally spinning. It's not as simple as it looks. There are always limits to the application of tricks like these. And the results aren't always what you'd hope for.
Those are his legs as well, by the way. The black kind of like... like it's like coal almost like spreading up his arm.
Interesting. Once there was an overly trusting kid who wanted to progress the arts. He always had a knack for it, but he lacked confidence because of his visual impairment. The certainty that he could draw well was inside him to begin with, and that's why I didn't turn him away. And when we came for you to help, things didn't go quite as expected in the end. Of course, but I did take the chance this time. I thought it'd help us up here. It would keep delaying the plan to get Lanoire out of the fortress. Besides, I doubt you wanted to be questioned by him repeatedly either.
You shouldn't take chances like that. Well, you gotta take chances to achieve your goal. I guess we'll go with this. You're absolutely right. So what he's saying is... Okay. Okay, it's a little bit confusing as to what's happening, but we'll go with it. Back to the matter at hand. If you change your mind and want to back out, I understand completely.
Lenore might be sad for a time, though. For her, playmates like you are hard to come by.
We've already made a promise to her. We can't just go back on our word now, right? A promise is a promise. Yeah, consider our way of helping her out. Speaking of which, where is she?
She went on an adventure early this morning, probably to rehearse for what's to come after she leaves this place. It's just as well. I have a few headaches to go take care of soon. You can usually go and get a reward for helping others, including the guards. Take care of some headaches.
Oh, we totally get that. Sounds like some of the Adventure Guild's commissions.
Probably, yeah. It's probably similar to that. Would you like to join me on the next commission then?
Sure, where are we going?
The abandoned production zone in the lower levels.
The abandoned construction... Oh my god, so we have to get 300 credits? That's freaking sick. I love this little method they're using here. So you have to go to the abandoned construction zone? Whereabouts are we heading from here? Over here, okay. Suspect has beautiful hair. I like actually I use Linny a lot now when I'm collecting stuff as well around Fontaine. Like flowers and things like that. Because he has that ability that allows you to pick up or to see the flowers on the map. Yeah, we have with this mission here, like it's one of those things I feel like it's gonna unravel as time goes on. Right now I'm just like it's obviously very strange. It's obviously very confusing, you know, as to what, you know, is this dude using incantations? Because that, you know, is he just using a trick? Can we trust him? I think the idea of trust came up there for sure. We'll have to see exactly how that works out. Because in some cases, it's easy to predict where things are going to end up, right? Or at least it's you can like kind of like have an idea, and then like it's kind of a warped idea of that, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like, you know, for example, the Marianne quest. We were like, okay, it's probably going to turn out that Anne is like something to do with Marianne or something like that. But then like where it actually ended up was like there was not at all what I said. It was like yes, it's kind of that, but not also kind of that, you know. And I actually really think that's cool. By the way, I think Genshin is up for an award right now at the Game Awards. It's actually, I think, very much winning right now. And I could be wrong, but I think if they win the Player's Choice Award, Genshin is going to give away 5 free wishes, I think. I think it's 5 free wishes, maybe 3. But still, you know, 5 free fates. Pretty freaking cool. I voted for it, I tell you.
No one comes here anymore.
after the geode mine shaft was closed, and the devices here aren't meant for anyone, just anyone to handle. And that's exactly what happened this time. Someone tinkered in the drive valve and trapped their own companion. Anyway, let's get this open. The passage is Spywarehouse 1. By the way, if they offer you a drink, you best say no.
Who's going to offer us a drink, and why won't we be taking it?
You'll find out soon enough. So, I love there's like these little cryptic things, right? It's the idea of like, okay, if someone says something to you, like, and that's always like, you know, it happens in like movies and stuff like that, which always like really works. It works every single time when someone goes like, if someone says hi to you in a tone that's 3 times lower than the last person, you've gone too far. I know, I just love those like little secret things. If you see like a man staring at you on a wall, you know, the Father Ted. If you see a man staring at you at a wall with a t-shirt that says "I shot JR," you've gone too far. I always love this stuff. This is a really cool place though. Oh, a mechanical device. This is the multi-directional convection control drive valve. A mechanical device which is exceedingly complex to operate. It can open and close the paths that lead to the abandoned production zone in various directions. When activated, the arrowhead-equipped core drivetrain and gear drivetrain will turn. Operate this device when the arrows are pointing in opposing directions to cause the device to stop spinning, upon which the path indicated by the core gear drivetrain's arrow will open. A mechanical device which is exceedingly complex to operate, it can open and close paths that lead to abandoned production zone in various directions. When activated, the arrowhead will equip core gear drivetrain will turn. Operate the devices when the arrow is pointing in the opposite directions to cause the device to stop spinning, upon which the path... Okay, that's fine. Let's get this wrong now. So it opens up a door over here. Oh, yes, then we have to stop it. Once it's opened. Okay, let's... So we can remove these, but we can put them in different places, maybe? Okay. I've read that a few times, and I think I kind of understand it now. I think I understand it now. I think they have to be pointing at each other and then, okay, that's fine. Fair enough. Like, really, I guess, like, you know, just putting a puzzle here is always very strange, but hey, well, we have it, you know, right in the middle of a world quest is always just like, okay, I guess we're doing this, you know? And then we have to maybe have, oh, okay. So maybe now we have to point this over at this one again. Is that right? Or we want that to be pointing over in that direction? What do we do with this one then? This is closed now. So maybe just let it point in this direction? Like this, okay. Okay, I guess it's a lot simpler than I thought it was? Maybe? Who knows? I'll take it. Who's this?
Mitchell, are you alright? I hope you weren't trapped for too long.
My savior, you're finally here.
Where's Koblenz? He's not with you?
He told me about trapping you here and asked me for my help, but he's left because a guard interrupted us.
I knew he wasn't reliable. He probably ran away because he felt guilty. I mean, how do you make money in this business if you don't take risks?
Why were you a bit scared?
He was clumsy and too cautious to boot. I mean, pure water is one thing, but even Fanta's available nowadays. If Fanta's here, how are we supposed to survive?
Oh. What, you like Fanta too? It's just about alright. We have some bad experiences with Fanta.
A customer with taste, I see. Anyway, I have to sell those Koblenz. By the way, has he paid you?
Nope.
Sometimes I want to stuff him in a large bucket that'll make him reflect on what he's done. Anyway, please take these coupons.
Take them with you. Take them, you two, if you would. So we have more coupons. Okay.
You want us to take all of it?
Of course.
Thank you, then. We can go to the rag and bone shop later and see if I have anything new.
By the way, I'd like to apologize for dragging you into this. I have some fresh health drinks. Would you like a bottle?
Fresh health drinks?
Yep, healthier than pure water, in fact.
I'll take one.
Didn't Kyra tell you not to take one?
Oh god, I mean a Fanta. No wonder I didn't mean it. I forgot about that because I was doing the puzzle. Like was all the only thing on my mind. So sorry about that. That's exactly what he literally said to us like 10 minutes ago.
Well, Paimon, I bet these drinks are good. We'll make sure to get one next time.
Bad time now. We'll come back when you get the chance. It'll be my treat.
Yet I can't literally because I actually spent a bit of time on the puzzle trying to like. It's actually like a lot simpler than I thought it was. Completely slipped my mind.
I must go talk to Koblenz now. I have something else to take care of, so I need to get going. Don't worry too much about the coupons. I'll put the clues I come across on the blackboard. Let's meet up later.
See you later.
Completing commissions in the Fortress of... Oh, so we have to complete some commissions in the Fortress of Mirapede to like get...
I wonder if this chest is some...
Okay, yeah, so we're meeting back at the usual... I can't believe I asked for the drink anyway. Like, honestly, it was just because I was just like... I think like when I was starting the puzzle, I was like, okay, this puzzle is gonna be very difficult. And then once I like actually did, I was like, no, it's easy. So it was on my mind for a second. I was like, oh my god, man, this puzzle's kicking my butt. And I probably cut out just me just sitting there in silence, going, what, for like 5 minutes. Wait, if I do what? I just completely forgot, completely.
Miss Pine, we're falling way behind.
It's true. I've gone to seek a synod, but the current situation seems to be the case. So we're 510. We can get to 1,000.
Let's see. Paimon, it looks like you got some coupons too, Caliper. Wait, aren't we still dead last? Even Darcy's ahead of us. He entered the competition by himself, didn't he? How could this be happening?
Because he helped the guards take care of no small number of nuisances. For example, Miss Molang often asked him for help.
Paimon sees. Wait a minute. Does that mean he was so nice to us to start because he could gain something from it? Also, won't we lose for sure if it keeps up? If only Paimon had needed so much a rag and bone shop area.
We don't need to get anything at the rag and bone shop ever again for a while. Unless you want something, Paimon. You can have whatever you want, actually. So I'm kind of weak when it comes. If Paimon wants something, we're going to get something. No matter. All that counts is the total number of coupons collected within the time limit. Using coupons you already have doesn't affect the total count. Okay, cool. That's actually very nice to know. That means you can eat even more, Miss Paimon. Yes!
Lanoire, our problem right now is that we're about to lose the competition. Aren't you guys worried?
I mean, you know, you have to get some food as well, Paimon. There's still plenty of time before the end. We'll make it. Today was exhausting. Let's keep going tomorrow. Yeah, that's fine.
Are you tired, Mr. Wonder? Let's rub your shoulder.
Lanoire, that's very sweet, but thank you.
That's playing favorites tomorrow. Paimon's tired too. Okay, then I'll rub your shoulders too.
You don't have to do anything, Lanoire. Thank you so much. You're very sweet. You don't have to do anything whatsoever. Tomorrow we divide and conquer. We reconvene here once we make some gains. Sound good? We'll make better time this way.
Indeed, that sounds like a better plan.
If you don't mind, we can rest here just like before.
Sure, Wonder, you can take a break now if you're tired.
Yeah, we'll go for a little bit of a sleep, you know? We'll go for a tiny bit of a sleep.
Why not? Why not sleep a little bit? Should we rest now?
So this is a very interesting thing. It's gonna be like a game, I wonder. Like Catter tells more about the story about the little girl. Last time we left off with the little girl living in the giant's garden. I bet she leaves the giant's garden, but how did she get out of here? One day the little girl heard the sound of a woman's voice come from beyond the towering wall. Kind-hearted giant, I'm in need of little purple flowers from your garden. Would you please give me some? The giant refused, of course, and furiously bellowed at the woman on the other side of the garden to leave at once. But the woman did not leave, and from a short distance away she lamented that he had journeyed from afar for the little purple garden and the flowers in the garden, which she needed to cure a sick friend's illness. Hearing the woman's plight, the little girl felt sorry for her and her friend.
The giant had so many flowers in his garden, surely having one or two less wouldn't hurt. Thus the little girl approached the garden wall and whispered to the woman that she was willing to bring the woman a few of her little purple flowers. Except the little girl said the giant wouldn't let her leave, and the garden's wall was so tall that she wasn't sure how she'd be able to get the flowers from her from inside. From one to the other side of the wall, the woman told the little girl that she was actually a witch that knew many magic spells, and if the little girl could bring her the flowers she needed from the giant's garden, she could use her magic to help the little girl leave the garden. Did the little girl decide to help the witch? I bet she did, otherwise the witch wouldn't be able to cure her friend's illness, right? But the giant said that she couldn't leave the garden. If she left, wouldn't she be punished somehow? It's getting late. Let's leave the rest of the story for next time. Interesting. So there's another story about, like, I guess, like, someone, activate. So we actually have to, like, obtain credit coupons. Let's go. So, yeah, the story seems to be, like, a story about, like, the idea that, like... So the map is everywhere, by the way. Can we do the regular stuff to get, like, the Pankration? Can we do Pankration to get some coupons? Yeah, the story seems to be about, like, again, like, it's a little girl not being able to leave. And we have a parallel here with a character here with our, you know, Lanoire not being able to leave. So I wonder if it is a case of a character just, like, not being... Maybe, I wonder if we have to do... I'll see if I can just... Is this Pankration? I don't think it is. I think this is the place where a child went. I want to see if we can just do Pankration to get this first. Because if we can, then, like, that'd be really, really cool. To get 300 coupons. And if they only want me to get 300 coupons, I mean, come on. I can get more than that. Does it say where the Pankration ring is here? Where's this? That's the entrance. It should be here, right? The dormitory block? Reception area? Definitely not. Administrative area? Yes, it's the administrative area, so it's this here. Right, that's Pankration? I think so, anyway. I could be wrong. If not, we'll just have to, like, maybe try and do, like, a few commissions or quests or something, because I think it's a very interesting idea, the idea of, like, just, like, hey, go and get some, go and do some quests. Go and earn some coupons. Like we did before. It's a much, like, it's always, like, a very dynamic way of doing it, like, every once in a while where, like, they kind of, like, leave it up to you. And it makes it... I feel like doing it for the Fortress of Mirapede is such a good idea of a way to use this, in my opinion. Are we in the right way? I think... No, it's down below. Yeah, it's down below. I think the Fortress of Mirapede is such a good way of doing this. Because it really, like, allows you to show exactly the way that this place works. And how it works, and, like, how... like how this place runs, right? It is up to you. You make your own luck in this place. You make your own work in this place. You're not gonna. It's not just gonna be someone pointing it out to you and giving you coupons all the time. It just won't work like that. Which I think is actually a very cool way of doing it. Do you think we'll be able to just, like? I don't know. Like, let's ask this dude over here. Can we do it? Something here? Yes. I'd like to bet some. There's the host. We're sure we get to see the house, but you want to just watching? I get the ring too. Go ahead with the best opponents. Lack of theatricality, hand-to-hand combat only as much in the first place. I'll have to come up with some other limitations. So maybe we actually can't join the Pankration ring. Can we do the... We can't do the bets again, I bet. Interesting. Oh, it's here though, isn't it? It's the bulletin board. Are you telling me we can't do Pankration? I guess not. I thought there was a possibility we could do, like, get coupons this way. But it says here with the quest. Commissions. Cadbury, like, left leads on the blackboard. Oh, okay, the blackboard. And this is the usual place, isn't it? Yeah. That's my bad. I thought they just let us, like, you know, again, but, like, I still think it's a really cool way of doing it. Like, you know, the idea of, like, you have to, like, you know, get the coupons up yourself. So what are the commissions here? That's some clues. The entrance to the rift of a okay. Looks like Calvin left a few coupon breadcrumbs to follow.
The entrance to the Rift of Erosion. What is the entrance to the Rift of Erosion? The entrance to the Rift of Erosion. Is that the... Oh, wait a second. No, because remember we went by, there was the lady and the man over there, that had a little quest like over here, right? Could that be it? Yeah, it's definitely this, because this is where like the stuff was happening. Hello, what is it? Please help us, good sorceress. What are you talking about, like Lanoire? Just get to the point. We need lots of coupons. Are there any jobs we can take? You didn't join Ascend's game, did you? Well, you should know when to stop. Nonetheless, there's something I need your help with. The client should be repairing his device or whatever by the Rift of Erosion. Go help him, would you? Just ask him for compensation, he won't object. We'll take care of it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So when they said Rift of Erosion, the only thing I could think of was like, we've already been here. We saw there was a quest here. And this is where there was like, no, we didn't know there was a erosion down here, but it felt like this was like an exit, maybe? I don't know. Like, but like, I guess this is like where there would be erosion since there's water from the outside pointing in, I guess, too. Frog. So interesting whenever we get to explore the fortress. So interesting to me. Investigate. Because again, like, it is like, it's so different from anywhere else in Genshin, right? Like, it's so different. Holy hell, this place is still... Again, it's so crazy how the fortress has some of the most darkest, desolate places, but still some of the most, like, some of the prettiest places in the world. So no funny business is what I do. Just in time. Come and help me out. Can you read minds? That's scary. Galvirat sent us to help you, but how did you know that? Because you're the only ones here to help. Well, that makes sense. Anyway, the task is nothing difficult. The research terminal here requires 2 people to operate it simultaneously, and I've already entered the commands. Just walk over there and pull the lever. I almost forgot, the charging device should be nearby. Please install the charge device before starting. And just to double check, you're not machine killers, are you? If research terminal attacked me, then I guess I am. Why do you ask? I asked Galvana for help last time, and even though I only looked away for a moment, when I looked back, the terminal was already destroyed. I asked her what happened, but she couldn't tell me. I found out from her sister later that no machines can survive under her for more than half a day. Even Elaine Guillotine would have been given up on her, I suspect. Even the repair fee was deducted from my compensation. If you're just like her, then all my hard work will be in vain. What a story. We're definitely not like her, don't worry. I'm counting on you then. Interesting that he brings up Elaine as well, which I think is also pretty neat that it's like a, the way he brought it up was like, obviously Elaine's very famous. So it makes sense that they would like even talk about Elaine in that sense. So we have to pick up this, get the charging thing, bring it up to here. Like, it just makes the world feel a lot more full, right? Wait. The charging thing only goes so far?
I sure hope everything goes.
No.
I can't be doing any funny business.
Oh, I'm silly. Sorry, I just pressed square. I was like, oh, just press square. And it goes there like this. And then we just have to talk to Kleins? Is that it? Is that legit the commission? That's so easy. Looking good. If we weren't in a place like this, I would have hired you as my assistants. This is too easy. By the way, what does this device do? There was a rift that connected to the outside and had to be watched, but now I can just seal the passage with the device and save manpower. This is nothing new to the Fontaine Research Institute anyway, but since I have plenty of time, I modified a little. What you're seeing now is in the final form, which can actually be deployed at the geode mineshaft. I think I spoke too much. Just pretend you didn't hear anything. So there are exits in the geode mineshaft. Okay. Right. You're a smart one. But if you were smarter, you would have kept it to yourself and not blurted it out. Anyway, problem solved. Galvana no longer needs to come down too often. I can take a break. I forgot about your compensation. Thanks for the help. 300 coupons? 300 coupons, maybe? Oh, 280? What? 280 coupons? Bit crazy. Should we like bribe him for more? Blackmail him? Hey, buddy, I won't tell no one about that thing there. I'm not gonna tell anybody. You can trust me. I will lie. I will lie for you. I will be a big stinky liar. Calvin, blackmail is wrong.
Guess this
Oh.
will go into my magic pocket.
Thank you. Thank you so much for leaving the chest there for us. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for trying to blackmail you. Thank you. You saved me from trying to morally justify blackmailing people. Thank you so much. Now I will live for another day without having justifying blackmail to my audience. What a day. You saved me, Kleins. You saved me. What am I in? Wait, it's that dude from before. The one who wanted to get who was saying it was like all of us being used by the rich people. Having fun playing house with the kids. It is pretty fun, to be honest. Looks like I said we should hold a children's version. Do you need something from us? We're rivals, you know. Did you come to see if we were having a good time? I have my many qualities, and one that has benefited me greatly is my curiosity. I always want to get to the bottom of things I don't understand, so I tend to know the facts better than others. What a coincidence. Me too. I'll say get to the point, because he seems to be like kind of like badgering us a little bit. I just want to know why I decided to take part of the game. If it was for the chance to get out, I have another route that I can show you. I like playing games and I like winning even more. I have nothing to say to competitor. Yeah, we'll try to keep it close to us. Remaining vigilant on your enemies is wise, but I'm not necessarily your enemy. What do you mean by that? What I mean is, if you only want to win, then why don't we work together? But aren't you already in first place? That's precisely why we both stand to benefit. Wait a minute, we joined to help Lanoire out. That little girl? In that case, you're willing to join up with me, I'll grant any wish she has as well. That sounds way too... What do you need in return? That does sound way too good to be true. I'll be frank. It's a matter of honor. Caterpillar and I have some unresolved history. I don't know what he said to pull one over on you, but I'm telling you, he's a monster in human skin. What are you talking about? Not some sort of rule-breaking scheme, I trust. Oh god, here comes the evil sorcerer. Oh, Mr. Knowles, your timing couldn't be better. Could I ask you about the results of the investigation into Caterpillar? The majority of his records are missing, but it's fine. The culprit is where he should be, and everything as it should be. His records are missing. That's impossible. He definitely had a hand in this. The missing records need to be recreated, right? How could I have forgotten about that? Oh my god, yeah, he did. So he did play some trick. There is some magic trick going on. Right. Go finish your task now. I don't want to see you loitering around here. Don't say nothing to me. I'm just not trying to be rude to anyone. Just being myself. This is such an interesting quest. Like, I can't put my finger on everything yet. Miss Warren, Miss Pine, welcome back. We brought quite a handful of haul back to... Oh, wow. Genevieve is in the lead. No, sorry, they're not. We're not. I just know Rave's team. Our current standing should be... Okay. Dang, we only just pulled ahead of Darcy. That's great. We're not in last place anymore. But there are 4 of us. Yeah, we're doing great. Such positivity. Yeah. But are we really going to be okay like this? We still have 2 big hurdles ahead of us. You promised we'd win this for sure, right, Catter? That's right. So don't worry too much. You two. I know it might sound strange, but sometimes forgetting about the outcome and enjoying the fun to be had as the process isn't a bad way to go. Okay, if you say so. Oh, speaking of that, Caterpillar, we received an invitation for the guy who was in first place earlier, but he was super rude and he said that you're Anyway, it wasn't very nice of him. What happened between you two? Just a few minor differences of opinion. He invited me to join him as well, but having no real reason to accept, I declined his offer. The way he was describing it, he described you as a monster. He said you are a monster in human skin, so to me, like, there's something there that is a lot deeper than what you're probably letting on. Later, he tried to get some of his lackeys to teach me a lesson. It's true. I'm a monster. The kind of people like him would do well not to provoke. Okay, so you admit, you're just saying, okay, don't say that. Surely you didn't end up this way because you wanted to, right, Caterpillar? Wait, is he talking about his skin? Oh, I guess that he is in a child's body, I guess. If Cater's monsters, he's one of the good ones, just like how there are good sorcerers and bad sorcerers. Yeah, I believe there could be like good monsters, 100%. And like, I feel like the idea of like monster has like changed so much, like, you know, because like, you know, some monsters can be absolutely adorable in fiction as well. What's the matter? You sleepy, Lanoire?
But I haven't heard the rest of the story yet.
If you're tired, you should go for an early night.
Miss Swan and Mr. Paimon, will we meet again tomorrow?
Why are you asking that all of a sudden?
If you don't want to be on the same team,
No, it's okay, no, we'll be on the same team. What are you talking about? Didn't we say we get first place together? There are still 2 more teams ahead of us, so you have to make tomorrow count.
Yeah, you're right. I'm so sleepy. Let's do our best tomorrow. Sweet dreams, Miss Wanderer. Sweet dreams, Miss Paimon.
No, 100% I will work this out for us. I really will work this out for us. I will.
I'm so sleepy. In that case, go get some rest. Okay, but I haven't heard the rest of the story yet. I'll rest after you hear the ending.
They have a very, like, again, she's very sweet, and I don't want to upset her, but, like, I feel like there's something with Caterpillar where, like, he's telling us, like, the edge of truth, if that makes sense. Is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we can trust him, like, with what he's saying, because what he's saying is probably true. But, like, there's obviously, like, like, nuggets of truth there as well. It's an old wrestling thing, by the way, where you do wrestling promos where, like, the idea is if you tell someone the truth 9 times, then they're going to believe the lie on the 10th time, you know? It's more of a way for show business and stuff like that, where it's like, if a wrestler goes out there and says, like, I'm 250 pounds, I'm from Oklahoma, I beat him last week, I am the best at this has happened, and this happened. So they say this true thing to happen like 9 times, like that you know is a fact. And then all of a sudden, if they say something that's kind of outlandish, like, I've hated Seth all along. And then all of a sudden the audience goes, well, he's always told the truth. Why should I not believe him now? You know? It's actually like a really good, like, I don't know, like show business thing. I don't know. It works. It works. There's something else I want to ask, but let's rest. Yeah, let's rest. Where we last left off, the witch told the little girl that she would use her magic to help her. Leave the giant's garden if the little girl brought her little purple flowers she needed. I'm really sleepy. I want to know what happens next. What did the little girl do? Does the witch cure her friend in the end? Although the giant had warned the little girl of many dangers of the world beyond the garden wall, the little girl had never seen what was outside the outside world was like, so she didn't know what dangers even was. Okay. She told the voice on the other side of the wall that she would help her bring some of the little purple flowers. So many identical flowers were growing in the garden, and each looked as beautiful as the next. She didn't know why the giant treasured each and every one of them so. The little girl heard laughter from the other side of the wall. Later, with a bouquet of flowers in her hands, the little girl rode a gust of wind over the wall to the world outside. So she has no idea what dangers could be outside in this world. The tall witch took the purple little flowers from the little girl's hands. The little girl, thinking she had done a good deed, was very pleased with herself. But when she tried to return to the garden, she discovered that the wall, the garden, and the giant were no longer there. Good witch, I'd like to return to the giant's garden now. Can you please use your magic to take me back? The little girl asked. Well, what can you give me in exchange? What? The little girl couldn't go back? I'm glad the witch could save her friend, but I don't like this story. Everyone has stories they don't like. I'll tell you the... So she like... Oh my god, that's like the genie tricks, right? That's like the genie tricks. When I say the genie tricks, like what, like, I don't know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like the idea of like when you say to a genie, I wish I was like, the most beautiful man in the world, and then like they make you like, the most perfect, like beautiful man in the world, but like your face is like made of wax or something. it's like so, I know it's a bad example, but you know what I mean? I wish I had 10 tons of money. And like it crushes you, that kind of way. It's like I wish I could see the outside world. Okay, but you're not going back. Now what can you give me? It's such like I know it's so sad to even think about. He left some clues. The dormitory block mail room, the rag and bone shop, the north side of the production zone level. Okay, so the dormitory block mail room. Let's go there. So let's take a screenshot of this. And we'll know what we have to do then. Okay. So first of all, let's go to we know where the dormitory... We don't know where the... I can't remember where it is, but I guess we could find it for sure. So I wonder if they're trying to tell a story with that fairy tale story. This is the dormitory block, right? So we can just go in one of these areas. I think over here, maybe? I wonder if they're trying to tell the story of the idea of like, yes, like, you can leave, right? But you never go back. But also, like, there is kind of like a very interesting thing that's happening here is that, like, Lanoire is making kind of like a deal with us as well to try and leave this fortress. And like, there's almost like Are we saying that maybe? But then again, we could say like, oh, he's the giant, but he's trying to help her leave. You know. This isn't the mailroom, is it? No. No. See, it's where the quests are. It's where the quests are. Yeah. Thank you for actually making it out, game. Thank you so much. I got my vision. Ooh. Having a nice chuckle at this guy over here. Why not? Life's good. This is such an interesting mission to me. I've been forgetting to collect my commissions someday, guys, when I'm doing this stuff. Like, yeah, so I have to, like, please, like, I'll try to remember, because I've noticed, like, I could have gotten, like, way more. It's just that when you're doing stuff, you're, like, so enamored with doing, like, one thing, and I forget to, like, even collect the commissions sometimes, which is horrible. Because, like, I think it's only happened, like, 2 or 3 days, which isn't too bad. 2 or 3 days over the course of, like, 2 weeks, so that's not really that bad. But still, like, you know, you want to make sure you're remembering, you know, because that's 60 60 adds up. Because, you know, 3 of those and you get 1 wish. It's pretty good. Can anyone help me? I'm begging you. Help this poor soul. Are you alright? Oh, thank goodness. Finally some kind people. You see, it's my son's birthday tomorrow. I'd like to send him a letter. But to get the letter sent out of Fortress of Mirapede, you have to queue up here, and I don't have time for that. Why not? There's a major safety incident in the production zone, so I have to get there immediately. I was hoping you could stand in line for me. Sure, I guess. I know this is what I deserve. My son is innocent. Why should I have to pay for my crimes too? All I want to do is send him letters. He knows his father hasn't forgotten his birthday and loves him very much, but I can't even do that. Poor guy, we'll help him. Yeah, sure, 100%. It's your son. And like, you know, it feels like something that Risley would approve of as well. And Rivulet. You will? I don't have much in the way of money on me right now, but I'll be sure to pay you for a fair price. Trouble. Okay, that's perfect. The market average? Yeah, that's fine. I lined up with other people before, so I know the going rate. It's alright, don't sweat it. We'll be happy to help. You can clap in this situation. It's about your son. Thank you so much. You're great people. I forgot to ask your names. I'm Desambra. And you? Paimon is Paimon. He's Wander. We're adventuring buddies. Well, it's good to meet you, Paimon Wander. Here's the letter. Just hand it to Lutz over there. You're lifesavers. Don't worry. We'll take care of it. No, it's totally understandable. It's a really horrible situation. Regardless of whether they're, like, you know, yes, they did a crime and, like, they're serving their time here. But, like, obviously you don't want the little boy to be upset at all. I think that's like one of the things that he's trying to say, and I think I totally agree. Desambra leaves in a hurry and after handing over the letter. A long time passed before you and Paimon noticed the short queue hasn't moved an inch. You could be there a while. Suddenly your attention is drawn to a conversation between 2 people behind you. It's taking forever, and the air is so stuffy in here I can barely breathe. First time queuing here, huh, kid? Welcome to the infamous slowest queue in the Fortress of Mirapede. Surprised you never heard of it. Lutz is tending to slow things down by embezzling the letters as he types them out. Can't help himself. Then, of course, we have to check through them all over again to make sure these... Oh, my God, dude. Like, that guy should, like, get over himself. No offense. But, like, he's, like, making the letters... Like, unless, like, the people want them embellished. Are you kidding me? God knows I'm weak at the knees. Hang in there, buddy. If you pass out, you'll have to start over again tomorrow. It's happened before, you know. One guy is on a 3rd visit and still hasn't managed to send his letters. No, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Like, you have to be able to send your letters. You have to be able to get the contact with the outside world. And, like, to me, like, it's like, at that point, you know, Risey should just come down here and be like, dude, just stop embellishing stuff and just get with it, do your job. You know what I mean? Just do your job, please. 3rd visit, geez, sucks to be him. Yeah, I bet it does. It takes a special kind of bad luck to fail 3 times in a row. He's a legend in the Mirapede queuing community. Queuing community? Oh, looky Desambra. If you're interested, I can tell you more about him. That's him? Come on, cheer up. Anyway, it started the day before yesterday. It was sweltering hot that afternoon. I said, no, I'm not. Whatever, carry on. Desambra came to me after the noon saying he had to line up for a second letter the following day. He asked me if I could cover a shift in the porter in the coupon cafeteria. I was going to say no because it sounded more like trouble than it was worth. But he gave me the old puppy eyes. Said how he missed his chance the last time because he overslept and now his son was still waiting for his letter. So I took pity on him and agreed to help him out. But guess what? What I saw when I got off work yesterday, I saw him looking for someone else to cover his work. And the excuse is still the same. He needed to send a letter. So I went over and asked him what happened. He said he'd learned from his mistakes and woke up early in the morning to queue up. But he still didn't manage to send a letter due to the unforeseen complications. So he's doing that with us as well. Don't tell me he joined the wrong line. No, but that's almost as funny as what actually happened. He skipped breakfast to get in line early, but then the afternoon he was running on empty and started to lose it. He tried to push through, but then suddenly everything went black, and there was a loud thud. He was out cold. And by the time he regained consciousness, they were closed for the day. What a loser. Wait,
I don't think I had anything either. Crumbs are now in my stomach and starting to growl. Did he say Dishonored? Paimon didn't realize we lined up for. Good thing we always have food for emergencies. We ain't saying this because Paimon can do whatever she wants. We'll say emergency food, old joke, emergency food, I guess. That didn't very nice, but Paimon can't put her finger on why. That didn't very nice. That didn't very nice for sure. It was the emergency food joke, Paimon. It was the best out of a bad bunch there, I'll be honest with you, Paimon. Queuing for a long time gets tedious and tiring. You start to forget your purpose here. Only the occasional background noise and chatter serves to remind you that despite how it feels, the time is indeed moving. Great way of describing it, by the way. I'm feeling lightheaded. Man, I really hope I don't have to do all this all over again tomorrow. Eat this. You'll need something in your stomach next time. Remember to bring food and water when you're going on a long queue. Thank you, but it's crazy you're talking about this queue like it's a marathon. It is. It's insane. If this dude is just doing this for his own, like his own thing where he wants to like embellish the things for like his own like I'm such a good writer, then at that point I'm just like, just do your job, dude. I'm sorry. Like these people need their letters out, and I think it's very cruel. It's very cruel what's happening here, in my opinion. Listen up, Maggot. This is the most brutal, godforsaken slice of hell in the whole Fortress of Mirapede. Makes Pankration look like a walk in the park. But it's just... Every cure is worth their salt knows the plan properly to come in to join the line. How about we just talk to the guy who does the letters, stop embellishing the letters? Some people bring a stool for the rest breaks, and the rest of the more hardcore folks haven't even known to camp outside the entrance the night before. But it's just a queue. It's no ordinary queue, rookie. This is war. Everyone is expected to give 110%, even unlucky Dishonored has multiple contingency plans. I know nobody like wants to be a rat. I get it. But like... He's literally making life worse for everybody in this fortress by doing this. Not Dishonored, the guy at the desk. Sadly, the best laid plans are no match for fate. On my way back from the production zone earlier, I saw him leaving the line and heading in the direction of the coupon cafeteria. So I asked him, hey, aren't you supposed to be in the queue? And do you know what then his answer was? He got so fixated on queuing that he'd forgotten the most important thing of all. He didn't bring his letter with him, so he had to leave and come back. I really have to meet this guy. Sounds like quite the character. What, he forgot the letter? Man, Dishonored luck is terrible. Wait, then what did he give us? Yeah. He handed us right to us. Paimon's getting pretty confused. Let's take a peek at it. To my love, my dearest Monsu... I know not now how many days have passed since our previous trial. My dreams have been filled with longing for your face. So kind, so handsome, true. It excites me, agitates me, knowing that I should be leaving this place, and I shall see you once more. Honestly, fair. As I said, I will do anything to see you again, and I can wait no longer. Fair, most fair letter I've ever heard. Indeed, not one moment more. For you to castigate me, your humble defendant. And this time, I promise, I swear, you'll remember my name, your admirer. Why, honestly, the most relatable letter I've ever read in this game. But it seems to me that it's possible that Dishonored is running a business here. Maybe, is that what's happening here? Whoa, what the heck is this? Paimon doesn't see anything about Bertie or Mr. Dishonored. None of this information adds up. It's almost a term wonder. What shall we hand in the letters? As your torturous ordeal approaches its end, you reassure yourself that it's all been worth it, but your questions remain unanswered. The chapter is closed, but the story continues. I wonder if he's running a letter business. Do you think so? Like he's getting people to stand in line for him, or he's supposed to stand in line for people and he's not doing it and he's making other people do it for him? Possibly. Who's this? Oh, it's just him. Hey, it's me. Phew. Made it just in time. Oh, by the way, when I say, like, you know, the guy at the counter, the reason why, like, I think it's very cruel, the guy at the counter just embellishing stuff and, like, you know, spending too much time on the letters and, like I feel like it should be more efficient. Because what it's going to lead to is, like, what's happening now. People don't want to stand in line. People do not want to stand in line. And also it's going to lead to, like, people who, like, depend on, like, just, like, the idea of, like, having that one letter they can send to their loved one are probably going to, like, eventually, after a year in here, are going to be like, you know, they're probably still going to try and do it because it's worth it, but they're probably going to do it less and less because it's like, man, this is taking so much time. It like literally is suffocating me. I have to bring food to me, I bring water to me. It's pretty horrible. It's just like, I don't know. I just think it's a very selfish thing to do, the guy at the counter, to be honest. I just finished up at the abandoned production zone and ran all the way here. So it's done. The letter's been sent. You're White Lily? Oh, so that's the name she gave herself. Alright, to tell you the truth, the young woman asked me to send this letter for her. She looked really sick to me, so I agreed, but I didn't even take a single mora. I'm paying for compensation out of my own pocket. Huh? Looking at the contents of the letter, she does seem very sick indeed. No. She honestly is the most relatable thing I've ever seen in my life. Seriously? I guess I must have grabbed the wrong letter on my way out. Fiddlesticks, the birthday letter will never get there in time now. Wait, really? So you finally got your letter posted, but it's the wrong one? Wow, you really living out your nickname, Desamra. Fate is cruel, mistress. I'd love to stay in chat, but I gotta rush home and get the right letter now. I hope there's still time. Here's your compensation. Pleasure queuing business with you. Now, to the post that blasted the letter to my son. See you. But why do you have to leave? Paimon still has a ton of questions for him. Never mind, at least we got some coupons. Is this all? It's not even worth the meal's worth. Guess we're not going hungry tonight. No, Paimon's so hungry. I would never let you go hungry, Paimon. Yeah, but it's how much did we get in terms of our coupons? It's actually pretty alright. It's not terrible. Right?
And now I'll make it all disappear.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Like, it's not, that's not, I don't think 280 is terrible for what we did there. I just think that it seems to me that there's a genuine, like, problem there in the fortress. And it seems like it's so, like, and again, because I bet people don't want to just tell on each other with stuff like this, it seems like it is, like pretty counterproductive to how, like, why, like, what is so great about the fort, what the stuff we like about the fortress. That it is fair, right? It is like some, and like, I'm not saying it's unfair because everyone gets the same amount of time, everyone has to queue, everyone has to do all this stuff. I just think that maybe it's, wait, there's a, hold on a second. There's Risley quest? Game of the Rich. Oh my god. Wrong one here. No, sorry, that's everything. That's everything together. So you have to go down into the production zone. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? It's like, I think if Risley knew that, like, people were gonna, like, were taking, I know he probably does know, that's the thing. So I wonder if it's just like one of those things where it's like, look, he's the one who will volunteer for the job, no one else volunteered for the job, so we're gonna have to deal with it that way, I bet. I don't know. I find it quite unfair.
You're taking it too seriously.
Sure. You have that with yourself there now. You keep that close to your heart.
Cal, it's just a game.
You look in his eyes and tell me it's just a game. You look right in his eyes right now. You look right in his eyes this second and tell me it's just a game. Go on. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I don't know, for me that's always the case with games. Some people, disagree with me, and like, but it's not about disagreeing, like, to be honest, in my opinion. My feelings on this always have been the same way, where it's like, I'm not gonna, wait, is it not here? I thought it was down below, so maybe it's not here? I could have sworn there was like a quest mark here. Well, let's go. Wait, hold on a second here. Is this where we are right now? Yeah. No, it's not. Wait. Wait, no, there's one here in the card area. Okay, so let's go to this one then. Yeah, and for me, like, the way I've always played games is like, I want to, like, go into a world. Like, I look at this TV screen as a window. Like, I don't want to, like, look, I want to look at this as, like, it's a real world, you know? And treat everyone like it's a real world. It's just so much fun for me, and, like, it makes me immerse in the games. Makes me feel so much towards these games. It's like my favorite thing in the world to do. Young warrior, would you spar with me? Sure. This is super sudden. What do you say, lad with golden hair? I can tell you're a veteran with just one look. I'm really bored, but no one has sparred with me. If you will, I'll give you coupons. I want a lot from those Ruzumov, and I haven't figured out how to spend them yet. How about it? Sure.
Just what I need. Let's go. Good straight talker. Let's go somewhere spacious. I actually like this idea. That's a oh, the Pankration ring. Cool. Okay, so we can go Pankration. Oh God.
Everybody stand back! I see everything!
Little dendro there for you. Sorry, buddy.
Fallen leaves adorn my
And then we do a whole. Oh, we did it. Okay. Very cool. Exhilarating. I knew it, lad. You're a worthy opponent. You're not bad. Look at the size difference. You're not bad either, buddy. It seems I need to work harder. Anyway, I'm straight shooter just like you. Here's your coupons. Let's do this again sometime. Sure. No, that was awesome. Thank you. How much coupons did we get for that?
Step right up.
Probably... Oh, well, it's enough to go back to the usual place. Are you sure you don't want me to collect the other coupons? Like, we probably have time to collect the other coupons, right? That's the way I look at it. But, like, I'm not gonna, you know, complain about what the way they lay it out, right? Because obviously there's a reason for it. They want us to get the story beats every single time. And I do trust them. Oh, now she's here. The one who's here at the start as well. What's her name? Genevieve, yeah. Wow, we sure are popular. Exactly. Let's be direct. I love that the dialogue has changed over time when it comes to the Traveler in some cases. We talked about this several times ever since something like the quest have happened before. I would say the start of it was we will be reunited. That quest changed the dialogue for him to be like less patient with like just straightforward. Let's say less patient with like a lot of bull crap. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff that isn't like stuff that should that you know to be pushed forward. I do like to give us those options. And I think you know like we need to have that confidence sometimes as well. You know. All right, I'm hoping you'll join us in launching a protest against Esteem. What? Huh? Since you're taking part of the game as well, I think you'll understand my position. The rules should be more open and transparent. What's the catch? The competition should restart with the new rules in place. What? Wouldn't that make all the hard work you've done so far for nothing? What's so crazy about that? It happens all the time in academia. You realize that there's an error in your thesis and methodology, and it completely invalidates the conclusion you arrived at after years of research. I agree, that 100% makes sense. I think it doesn't really relate too much to what we're doing now, personally. Pretty sure there's nothing like this. Maybe the next time he runs the game, we'll just play as is this normal time. I'm busy finding, so we'll say maybe for next time when he runs the game, just play it as it is this time around. Both these are very dismissive, and I think it's actually like, again, I think that like it's totally fair for all these people and all these outside sources coming up to us talking to us about this game when we're trying to just do something for someone. I think it's totally fair for us to be like, yeah, to be a little bit, just say, just play it as it is this time around. Just worry about the next time. We've already worked really hard. We have. Indeed, iterating and improving the rules will take time. We may not be able to get them implemented until the next time the game is held. No, I need this game to be fair. To me, delayed fairness is a pointless love. I've lost so much time because of this. Well, Hyman thinks you have the right idea, but this is a decision that can be made just by us. Maybe you could go ask the others as well. Esteem will only change the subject. As for Rave, you kids had better keep your guard up around him. Us kids? Maybe it kind of grinds Hyman's gears, but maybe the really is how other people see us. Yes, 100%. Anyway, thanks for the tip, but Hyman's not sure we can help you. Fine, I anticipated as much. Then I'll leave you to it. Good luck out there. My luck hasn't exactly been great, but I won't be throwing in the towel that easily. Okay, Hyman also hopes your looks improves. Your looks. I didn't mean your looks. I mean your look. I said looks by accident. Not really, you know, it's not a nice thing to say to someone at all. What's the guard doing here? Just who I was looking for. Did something happen? The investigation is ongoing, so I can't disclose any specifics to you. However, I'd like you to answer a few of my questions. As you probably know, the missing records need to be recreated. This isn't necessarily bad news for him, but without those records, he won't be able to leave this place even if he has legally redeemed himself. As such, I hope you can answer my questions honestly. Do you know when Caterpillar arrived to the Fortress of Mirapede? He just said he came here a long time ago, so we don't know when exactly. I don't suppose you know the specifics of his sentence or crime? No, we don't. He actually didn't give us any of that information. Do you know anything about the mastery mentioned earlier? We wanted to know. We desperately wanted to know, but we don't. Hyman doesn't remember the Caterpillar mentioning him before. Have either of you observed anything peculiar happening while speaking to him? The stories he tells have a rather hypnotic effect, but we could say not so far, I guess, for now. because I think it'd probably have the same effect, but I don't really want to necessarily tell this guy exactly what's happening or what we feel so far, especially when Lanoire's in the mix as well. Okay, then. That's no questions today. It doesn't seem like you know very much, but if you do notice anything strange, make sure to report it at once. It's for your own good. Looks like we don't know much about the Caliper after all, but if he doesn't want to talk about his crime or sentence or anything like that, Paimon thinks we better not press him. He does seem a little suspicious. I agree. Suspicious, well, it's kind of mysterious. Yeah. Whatever the case, he's doing a good deed right now, isn't he? Lanoire seems to really trust him as well, so he's probably not a bad guy, at least for right now. You can never go, yeah, I agree. This is why the way I'm looking at it, like the same way I didn't like telling him there as well, because he's doing something good for Lanoire. And also, you don't want to just jump to conclusions. You know, I always remember, like, you know, people say when you assume something, make an ass out of you and me. And, like, I want to, like, make sure, like, we have any, like, before we, like, jump into, like, down anyone's throat, we want to make sure we have, like, a good idea of what they're talking about or what they're asking. You can never go wrong with a little caution, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. You wait patience for a little while. Caterpillar and Lanoire return.
Mr. Wonder, Mr. Paimon, you're both so fast I got carried away talking to Mr. Galvana. She didn't get me some candy. She said they were made from a fruit that grows on trees in the desert oasis. I asked her what kind of place the desert oasis might be, and she said it's a little body of water surrounded by a vast sea of sand. Doesn't it sound just like the fortress, except, you know, the opposite, since this place is surrounded by water? Once you leave this place, maybe you'll get to go there and see it for yourself. That reminds me, after all the hard work we've done, we must have advanced by now, right? Let's see. Speaking of that, I asked Estine, and here's what the things stand at the moment. Whoa, we are still well behind. That's a big jump for them as well. We haven't advanced at all. How could that be? Looks like the competition's been hard at work too. Rave and Genevieve, yeah. For Genevieve, like, she's only 50 behind the first person. For her to not want to even, like, continue this, like, there's something going on for sure. I guess she just doesn't see it as fair. Rave's team as well, like, he's doing really good too. Surely this isn't time to be singing our rivals' praises. Is there really nothing we can do? We're definitely going to lose at this rate. We're going to lose, but if you lose, we can all stay in the fortress, right? We talked about this before, Lanoire. If we stay here, we'll have to worry each day about being taken away by the evil sorcerers. Oh, then I guess it'd be better to leave, but Miss Paimon said we're definitely going to lose. We're not going to lose. The game's not over yet. There's still enough time. We're going to win this. If we don't win this time, there's always next time. An underdog victory will be more exciting, yeah? I watch Haiku. The fact of the matter is, there are only 2 teams ahead of us. Look at Paimon with, I love it, the little stats. And we got nothing to worry about. There isn't much time left until the deadline is set. Let's just meet at the message board and the administrative area next time. Oh, there isn't much time left until the results are announced, is there? Paimon has a feeling she's going to toss and turn in bed tonight. You can tell me in secret if you're scared, Miss Paimon. Oh, Lanoire. She's a sweetheart. Like, she is definitely a sweetheart. Seriously, a kid like you worried about Paimon? Paimon won't get scared. You're the one who should be scared. Paimon hopes you have sweet dreams. That came out wrong, but I understand what she was saying. You should be scared.
You know, but in reality, it's more like you're the one who has the right to be scared, I guess. Even though everyone has the right to be scared, but you know what she's saying. We have lots of nice ones. In fact, I wish I could give some to 2 of you. You're so sweet. Thank you. Such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. Let's go to bed again. This is such an interesting quest. Should we rest now? Let's rest for a bit. It's my turn to tell a story. I've heard enough stories to tell on my own now. Alright, you can be the storyteller this time. Okay, my story will also begin in the giant's garden. Long ago in a garden full of purple flowers, there lived a prince, a princess, and a brave hero. Oh, and the ruler of the garden, a giant with a nasty temper. What the witch wanted more than anything was some of the purple flowers, but the mean giant treasured them so much that he wouldn't let anyone pick even a single one. Kind-hearted Mr. Giant, the witch asked, I'm in need of your little purple flowers from your garden. You have so many already. Could you please share just one with me? But the mean giant refused. Every flower in my garden belongs to me, the giant shouted. I won't share them with anyone. The kind-hearted Mr. Giant, the witch continued. Please hear my tale. I traveled here from a fountain in a far-off, distant land. An Oceanid has fallen ill, and the scent of those purple flowers bring her comfort. If you give me just one of them, perhaps her condition will improve. But the giant, who didn't have an ounce of compassion in his heart, callously refused the witch's request. What did the Oceanid in a faraway land have to do with him? Then the witch asked, is there anything I can do for you? I know my magic spells, and I could use my magic to help you with someone in exchange. Will you agree to my request, kind-hearted Mr. Giant? The giant thought it over. Then he said that he would have lost something very important to him if the witch could use her magic to help him find it. So they made a deal. In the end, the witch's friend recovered and the giants found what he lost. Isn't that the better story? At least in this story, everyone gets a happy ending, so she came up with a happy ending. Very sweet. Very, very sweet from Lanoire here. 300 coupons is not enough. We need to be getting more. The north side of the production zone's lower levels. The south side of the dormitory block. Okay, we'll see what we can do with this. Again, we'll take a screenshot just in case. Oh boy. Unless, like, it activates when we... it might activate... No, I don't think it does. We can do it anyway, but... Like, when we click these missions here. We'll take our chances. Let's go. Yeah. The stories are very interesting. Again, I have to believe that they are trying to relate it to us, right? So are you one of the credit researchers?
You two, please wait. I hear you're people of leisure who never turned down a request. Oh, I hit the mic. That is correct indeed.
Sorry, that is correct indeed. And who told you that?
Actually, a girl in a purple dress asked me to take care of you. But I was thinking, since you accept any and all requests...
So the purple dress, by the way, is probably related to the purple flowers, maybe? Is that what we're getting at here? Maybe, I don't know.
You don't seem very capable, so I'd never need to take care of you. Indeed, it would be more accurate to say that you two can take care of me.
Sure, but no discounts.
I know the rules, don't worry. Regardless of the outcome, I will compensate you according to the market rates. But more is useless here, so I'll pay with coupons.
We'll be compensated no matter what happens, really?
Absolutely, and totally correct. Our task is just that difficult. You see, it is that the Zami's fault for being great with his fists, but for using them where they should have been used. I'll be staying here for a while longer, so I need a place to pursue my studies. It's best if it had a bookshelf, a table, chairs, and board to write on, stick materials to. I know you... I'm sure you know exactly what place I'm talking about, but it's simply not available, and there's no point asking. But I'll leave it that room on the opposite side of the same internal structure, and she'll be usable. But it's a really strange place. It seems to be occupied by someone who rarely entertains visitors. I've never seen a person, nor even seen the doors open. So I appointed the Zami as my representative. He always reliable during that time. I employed him as a bodyguard. However, he got into a disagreement with the occupant, and negotiations broke down.
Maybe communication negotiations have never been a strong suit. Indeed. He was the guy who fought us, by the way.
It didn't even look like negotiation. He just hammered on the door with his fist, standing outside and shouting. It was truly a shocking moment for me.
Whoa. Doesn't sound like a negotiation at all.
As such, I'd like to... watch yourself, buddy. I'd like you to ask my representative and negotiate with the occupant to rent out the space he's currently occupying.
I expect the price to be a maximum of 54,000 coupons.
You may not succeed, and that's fine, but at least give it a try. I'm counting on you.
So he wants us to, like, negotiate. To get these doors open. 54,000 coupons is insane. It's an insane number. But if he can pay 54,000 coupons... According to Knuckle, the non-Fontanians seem to be discriminated against, so will he ignore us as well? Is there a better way to go about this? Knock on the door. Who is it? A nameless traveler, an adventure crossing nations of the world. Since when has this place become a scenic attraction? Stop playing around, Wander. Don't forget what we're here for. We were asked to discuss something with you. Well, we're hired to ask about renting this room of yours. Of course, the client will be happy to pay you in coupons.
Something similar happened a while ago. That client of yours really refused to give up, huh? You were sent by that guy, that really funky way of talking, weren't you?
Forget it. Out of respect for his perseverance, I'll tell him his offer. Yes, looks like we still got some room for communication. Nako told us about his expectations for the price. If we're making an offer, should we reveal his budget from the get-go, or should we try getting a bargain? Let's just lay all the cards on the table. Alright, Pymon's telling it like it is. The client's budget 50,000 coupons. Pymon thinks it's a good deal.
Only 51,000, that's just 10% higher than when he had the psycho hammer at my door.
Pymon thinks that's a lot.
You know nothing. Haven't you heard of the Carranza? He's much more generous. He offered 108,000. Not much. I do like I lied? No, not at all. Your door looks very truthful. He didn't sound very confident. Maybe he's made out to trick us? What's our negotiation plan now? We honestly only have this much, so if this is what he wants, let's play him instead? I don't know. If I'm deciding we up against a strong competitor like Carranza, it doesn't seem like we stand a chance. Let's go under. We'll tell Nako's offer is way too low to be even considered. In the meantime, good luck with Carranza, door guy. Bye now. Interesting. You're leaving already? Are you still out there? Don't go. Come back. Oh, God. Great. Actually, great work from Paimon there. We can hear you shouting from all the way over there. What is it? Do you want us to get Carranza for you? Oh, no. How can I trouble you like that? It's no trouble at all. It's even on the way, right, Wonder? Something like that would be a piece of cake. You got a real mean streak, don't you? Anyway, let's get out of business. Is your previous offer still valid? For now, but not for long. Alright, I'll take it, but tell your client has come to speak to me himself. Alright, let's head back and pass the news on to Nako, Wander. Very funny way of doing things. And like, I thought that we were just gonna leave, but obviously like, he was definitely like 108,000 coupons is insane for anything, right? It's an insane number. And like, here's the thing, like, I'm not here to like, you know, I thought like he'd appreciate it, but I guess he is like a little bit underhanded too, you know, us going with the full number. We're back, so here's what happened. I see them as I always keep my word, so here's the compensation we agreed up on earlier. Now what am I going to do? How much did we get? Would we have gotten more if we haggled, maybe? Probably. Only 280 like, where you got, like, you have enough to buy a room for 54,000 and you're giving me 280 coupons? Not worth it. Not worth it. Honestly, not worth it. But that's like so... I don't know, man. This is not enough coupons for anything that we're doing. Like, it's legitimately just not. It's not enough coupons. Oh, I went back up again, didn't I? Production zone upper level. But there's no way to get... You can't just travel down to the production zone upper level. Let's just go down. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if you're able to offer 54,000 coupons for something, you could at least give us 1,000 coupons. You know? We negotiated that to the point that, like, you know, you have that now for yourself. And look, I got a little tear on my face. A little tear. Isn't he adorable? Isn't he lovely? Isn't he adorable? Isn't he lovely? Today on Adorable Characters, Linny. Linny is a magician who does his hair every single morning. He's very talented, has a bow that he borrows from Fischl, the princess in Dead of Vertelung. Don't let the hat fool you. I don't know what the next line is, but he pretty much is one of the greatest characters that ever existed. Possibly ever lived. Next week we're talking about Benny. Things are gonna get explosive. The shade? Something's definitely wrong with those yellow-green stones. I think I'm gonna die here. Are you alright? It's a long road, I'll be fine, but I'm going to be fine before you are. Okay, then sure, bye. That's certainly no way to use the word fine. You don't sound fine at all. No, I'm fine, literally. If something's wrong, it's too late anyway. So are you alright or not? Pine's very confused. Can you please be more specific? Specifically speaking, when I come up with the production zone, I get headaches and heart palpitations, and my hands and feet grow cold. I'm done for. Do you know what that means? I'm done for. It must be the yellow-green stones. They're evil. You know those stones, right? The Central Laboratory, one of the Fortran Research Institute? The yellow-green stones destroyed everything. Please just go see a doctor. I am a doctor. I'm no longer a doctor. I lost my certification. I can't give official diagnosis. Please find a real doctor with certifications to save me, please.
This sounds pretty serious. Let's go find a doctor one. It was Sigewine, right? Well, Sigewine's a nurse, but like still, she could probably help you out with like quite a bit. Ask for Ardner's opinion. Oh yeah, we know a doctor, don't we? Yeah, we do. Fantastic. I remember from before. It's to do with the glasses, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just remembering from something else. Yeah, definitely am. Oh no, it is, right? Are you in trouble? Are others in trouble? You both look healthy, so it must be the latter. Indeed. We explain Lashade's situation. Him again? Also, he's like constantly talking about this. Can you treat him? His headache or his delusions? You mean he's not that sick? Based on the lab results, most likely not. I heard that he misdiagnosed the patient when he was still on the outside, ignoring some early warning results and healthcare outcomes. Well, he's been a little paranoid ever since. He's like that to others, and worse when it comes to himself. How about the yellow-green stones? No one else is having those same health issues, right? But I can't very well ignore him, so please give him this. Yeah, no, that's the right way to put it. Isn't this pure water? Are you sure? Oh, so you know what this is? It's fine, in a sense, that it does no harm to the body, and it'll give him a boost. Does he not? So he doesn't know? As far as I know, he stays away from the drinks, but I gave it to him before, telling him it was a health potion, and he didn't exactly show more vigor after after drinking it. All right, we'll give it to him. If it doesn't work, then tell him to go lie down in the infirmary. If you tell him it's a doctor's orders, he'll listen. Sure, let's go back, Wanderer. So I wonder if it is like a placebo effect. Yeah, it definitely is a placebo effect. It's like if you give someone like a non-alcoholic beer and you tell them it's alcohol and everyone else is drunk around them, they'll probably like, you know, legitimately feel in a way like, not like plaster, but they feel like they are drunk as well. Here's some water. We're back, doctor gave you this. He drinks it all immediately. That's better. Vigor fills me once again. That's it? I'm not going to say he's not sick at all, I guess, but... Wasn't that a little too fast? Arden's a really good doctor and certified too. The medicine he prescribes always works on like mine. But what about the yellow-green stones? Suspicious, of course. Guess his delusions can't be helped. Now I can keep working. Thank you so much for helping me out. Here, take these coupons. Just a little something to show my appreciation. Stay healthy. Caliber said to meet at the message board. Okay, we can do that again, yeah. I think it's actually like one of the best quests so far to really understand the people in the Fortress of Mirapede quite a bit. Because while like we went through like a few quests before, we went through the main Archon quest and we learned a lot of people, and we also did a story quest here as well. We're also like learning like a little bit like about like how like not everyone is just like this person who's like, I guess, how do I say it? Like, not everyone is just like playing, like not that people were playing fair, but I'm trying to describe what I'm saying, but I'm probably not doing it very well. Not everyone is just like trying to get by. Not everyone is trying to stay. Some people are trying to leave. Some people definitely want to see the outside world. There's different, like, it's actually like really cool to see like it's like everyone has different like feelings down here about this place, or at least has different circumstances. And it just adds to the whole realness of this place too. It feels so real now. It feels so alive. There's so many people living their lives trying to get through things. Why are we doing this when we can go up here? Why am I doing this? Which is the administrative area? Is there a thing up here? I don't think there is. Is this? I think so. Okay, let's go here in a minute. Down below. You get what I'm saying? Like, it feels more real. It feels even more real. It's really good at like getting to know everyone here. We're seeing more areas. Oh God. Hello. Why bother coming when you know you're gonna lose? I won't be so certain of that. That's right, you're only ahead of us by a little. A little? It's like 1,000. Can the results be announced now, Westine? Actually, no, let's wait a little after all. The bus must be saved for last. Looks we don't have to wait long. Here they come. Oh my God, Lanoire.
Mr. Water, Mr. Pyman, have you seen the results yet? Did we win?
We don't know yet. Well, since everyone here, would you like to announce the results, Justin? Of course, but the results on the calibers then still need to be calculated.
My, what a cruel guard, toying with us from the start to finish like that. Why don't you wring out the last bit of mercy in your heart and let them know that the gap between us is too wide to cross? Stop torturing with us false hope.
Here we go. These are the final results, but... Dirty? Okay. Zero? I was against it, but this more logical approach to respect to the results. What? 8,000? What? He doesn't stand a chance to leave, and we need to leave. We need this place first, and we don't need to place first. You really give out your Oh my god. There's no rule forbidding it. I was originally in favor of amending the rules to ensure fair play, but no one else seemed to be in support of that. So you decided to play dirty? There isn't a rule forbidding that, so this competition would have been far more exciting if everyone could have fully used the rules to their advantage. More exciting for you, maybe. Rules don't mean a thing in this game, as boring as this one. And at the end of the day, it's a question of upholding one's honor. No, yeah, none of you did. Alright. Now that's the scores have been announced, it isn't time for the final results, so they joined a team together at the last second. That's my goal. I'm actually very upset with these two. Quite a bit. Wait. Our points still haven't been added yet? A drop in the ocean. Wait. Huh? Okay, I'm no longer upset with the other two. I don't care about them. What the hell? 2 million? What? 3,480? Yes, Mr. Waterman's Pipe, look, we won. How did you get that? That's impossible. What did you do? Did you multiple assassinations? There's so many Pipe lost count. What the hell? It's a trick. Even simpler than magic. Wait, what? I used the coupons I saved over the past to hire a bunch of people to help me work. What we have now is a product that worked this whole time, and I believe this falls in the rules. Wait, what? Even if it does, that's an insane amount. I also have my reasons for needing to win. I didn't even gotten help from my two friends. It would have been a real shame if we lost now. So this wasn't about honor. I think it's time to announce the final results. Yeah, let's go. That's so gross. Wait, so he said... Let's check this now here. He said... He hired a bunch of people to help him work. Well, we now is a product of their work this whole time, and I believe that falls in the rules... Because the coupons that he used to pay them would still be his. Because it's what you collect. Right? Since everything's been tallied, it's time to announce the final results. The winner is the game of the Caliban Mr. Waterman's Pie. We got it! I had no objections, I take it. There's nothing I say, but it looks like I picked a fight with the wrong opponent. I ended up here last time for striking someone in anger. I won't make the same mistake again. Genevieve, right here's the thing, right? You and Rave over here, you tried to do a little dirty underhanded trick in the end, right? You tried to pool your points together. Great, I'm so smart. You didn't understand that you can't beat the savviness of Wanda, the childlike wonder of Lanoire, the absolute intelligence of Paimon, and the craftiness of Caterpillar. You failed. You'll pay the price for the choices you made. I wouldn't expect to hear someone actually say that. Pretty cliche if you ask me. We'll see about that. You'll see. Oh my god, I'm so glad they let us be funny in this. I'm so freaking glad. This is so funny. And they do this sometimes in World Quest. It's actually very funny. That's even more cliche. Yeah, but we answered a trick with a trick, a cliche with a cliche, This is great. This is so good. Such a good World Quest. Is everyone ready? If so, let's set off now. You ready, aren't you, Lanoire? I've already said goodbye to everyone. We're also ready to get going whenever. Alright, just keep it quiet for a while. I've made some arrangements in advance so we shouldn't be able to run into any problems. It's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. You follow us in out of the Fortress of Meripede? Just like that? Whoa! How different, again, when you're in the fortress for a while and you step outside, it's like a different universe. It's a different, and intentionally so. It is a different universe. Holy hell. We're just out of here. Esten, you look so weird out here. Natural one feels better, doesn't it? We might have fans down there, but most of the air feels kind of stale. The fans in Pankration are just like Noelle's. The fans are indeed needed there. But when their blades spin, they bring up the same misery to everyone no matter where they are. I think you know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. This is so... I didn't expect this to happen so quickly.
Do you see any walls? I don't see any walls around here. Walls? There are no walls here. Then the walls are somewhere really far away? Conrad once told me that if they're too far away to see which rise, they'll look like the horizon. Mr. Wanderer and Miss Pine, where are we?
We're in Fontaine.
Fontaine? It's blue and green place. The fortress of Mirapede is all yellow and gray.
True, very true. That's just a really simplistic and truthful way of describing it, actually.
That thing up there in the sky must be the moon, right? Oh my god, she's never seen the moon!
If we're the sun, it would probably hurt my eyes like an evil sorcerer's magic, but it's a beautiful thing, the moon, isn't it?
All around me are things I've never seen before. All things I've only seen in books. Mr. Wanderer, Miss Pineman, let's go on another adventure. Carter was right. Adventuring outside is way more fun.
That's so cool that she's so excited about this. That's right, the world outside is vast.
I really envy the two of you.
Lanoire, let's discuss adventuring later. We really should find your family first. Freeze, all of you! Where'd you... Oh no, no. He followed us. What business of yours? Weren't you on leave? Patrolling the garment in your off hours won't get you promoted, you know. He's basically saying stop being such a freaking like sap. I came back as soon as I received a report. Have you gotten yourself mixed up with them? You're making a grave mistake, Istin. Actually, I think you'll find that I'm rectifying a mistake and saving everyone a lot of paperwork. Mr. Malong might even invite me to dinner as thanks. Miss Malong? No, they're criminals. Even if the papers with their serial numbers on them are missing, they're still criminals. A little girl like this is a criminal? You're out of your mind. I'm perfectly sane. Anyone can be a criminal. Little girls are no exception. Dude, listen to what you're saying. I understand there's something more secret going on here with Caterpillar for sure. But you need to, like, read your sentence you just said to me back again. This guy is scary. What other plans you may have had, I must now escort you back to the Fortress of Mirapede. How about we go back first and take some time to think it over? We only just got out. Now you want to make us go back? I don't think so. Yeah, we're not going back. We're not going back. You don't have a choice in the matter. You must comply with the rules and accept your punishment. You're scaring Lanoire. Then there's no way out of this? I see quite a few ways, actually. If the garments get scrapped in the process, well, that also happens when people break the rules. You mean... Since you have no intention of repenting, then you have no choice. Gardamex, show no mercy to the recreant criminals. Yeah, I just feel so, like, I don't know. Like, yes, there's something more Fair enough. They gave up. They gave up. Hey guys, how are you? That's funny. It's because we were so far away from them at the time.
Let's light it up! The wind knows me. And
Very fun.
voila.
Very fun using this team. Yeah, like here's the thing, again, like I 100% agree. I'm not trying to be a sap here myself. Like I 100. Oh my God, Nahida. That was devastating. Yeah. I need to protect Nahida more. Maybe put some more HP on her is probably a good idea too.
I see everything.
One with nature.
It would have been better if we used Cosmo's power and then this, but this is gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Like if you do that, and then, but then this is gonna probably like, kinda, yeah, really fun stuff. Like just an unbelievably like fun team, I think.
Everyone hold hands.
But you get what I'm saying? It's like I understand, like 100% that it's. Oh. You okay? What's happening? What is happening? What is happening? Excuse me? What? And what? Okay. What just happened? He's a monster wearing a uniform. He said this.
Hey, stop fighting.
But
We go.
I didn't expect it to be like, again, I wouldn't see the owls as a monster, but I didn't expect it to be like literal. You know what I mean?
Teamwork is dreamwork. Clouds high.
I didn't expect like a literal thing with this. I'm genuinely like
I see everything.
like the positioning, even like I know like it's something so small, but like even the way he was standing over that character as well. Like it's so crazy how they tell stories sometimes in this game.
That hurts.
Make yourself a move. Everybody stand back.
As one with wind and cloud. Step right up.
Yeah, my linea's getting better and better, but Jesus Christ, this is such a shocking moment. Good heavens. I'm your colleague, you're not thinking of taking me in too? I can't believe that, again, he is like, again, I'm not gonna, like, it's really cool. It's a really cool twist in the story that we're like friends with, like I guess, like, this is what he is. Since you've thrown a lot in with them, you deserve the same punishment. What the hell? Caught him, Mr. One of Spyman saw. You know, this is a law. This is a law. Guard makes him to get scrapped, but you, even if you are monsters, you can still feel pain, right? Is the hilly child really a caterpillar? Plyman can't wrap her hand around it. It's such a shocking. Again, we've seen people be like turned into caterpillars. We know, sorry, not caterpillar, to hilly churls. But this is such like a strange turn of events. Miss Plyman, how'd you not recognize him? So she recognizes him right away.
I'm a monster. And human skin.
I can't. I love this. I don't love it because obviously like it's gonna get clearly like very sad. I think because again we're gonna probably learn about why he's like this and all this stuff, and it's gonna probably break my freaking heart. I can feel it. It's Genshin. Genshin loves to break my heart, right? Or at least loves to shock me to death. But like this is such a cool turn. Like they're so good at writing these world quests. A monster. I never imagined such a monster would even exist in the fortress. A hilly troll that can talk? Who would have thought? How did you manage to pull the wool over everyone's eyes? He looked like a little kid. What source you could have mind this creature that would worm its way inside the midst of a wolf in sheep's clothing? It's I'm looking at this and it's just like so like, and I use the word cool just because of the way the story's being told. Like each world quest I play in this game feels like its own movie. It really does. It feels like it's its own beginning, middle, and end. And we talked about this. It's like its own plot. It is like an overarching saga with other plots in Fontaine. And the Fontaine ones have been so incredible. You know, they've been so incredible. Why haven't you run away yet? Are you pretending to be human? Of course, I'll catch you even if you do run. A dangerous monster like you. There's something about calling him a monster as well. It's like, I feel like that's like gonna affect him a bit.
I'm guilty. That she hasn't done anything wrong. She shouldn't be here. You won't find her name on any sentencing documents. She's innocent. She only ended up stuck in the fortress due to a few mishaps. I'll return to the fortress with you, but Aviston, take her back home.
Cotter. The monster actually wants to make a deal with me? And again, kind obviously, like, you know, because he's seen him as a monster, dehumanizing him, like, you know, putting him down. This is crazy. This is so crazy.
I do indeed. Let her go home. As far as the fortress of Mirabite is concerned, she never existed in the first place. Her absence of it.
And he's actually like showing us here that he like it's not just some ulterior motive. Like it seems like he genuinely cares. He cares so much about getting Lanoire out of here.
But catching a monster like me should be a big deal, no? Fontaine hasn't seen a monster like me for several centuries.
Several centuries.
If you pass up this opportunity, I'll put my human skin back on and slip into the crowd. You'll never get a chance like this again.
You're right. I've never seen her in the fortress before. She's completely irrelevant. He's like, and again, this guy cares a lot about looking good in the fortress. He cares about like the idea of the fortress like holding up justice. And like to him, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to look so good if I bring in this monster as well, right? And he would. Like the idea of bringing a monster you haven't seen for centuries, you know, is insane. This is so, oh my God, it freaking, like these quests are amazing. I don't want to just put himself in, by the way, because like to me, like again, like you guys know, I have no problem having a love for a monster, a quote unquote monster. I want to say, no love for people with differences. We have a deal, and he's making the deal. You return to the fortress of Meripede, and the girl can't leave. The girl can leave. Don't take the deal. It could be a trick. Do you hear this music as well? I mean, I kind of want him to, I don't know, I'll fight with him. But I don't want him to just give up. This music's gorgeous.
The guilty return to where they should be. And Lanoire returns to our family side. Everything's on the right track. As it should be.
He's someone who follows the rules. This is also accordance with the rules. That's what he's saying, yeah. This is like, I have like chills all over because this is just like these world quests in Fontaine are like mind-blowing, right? Because we had one, like in Sumera, we had like one massive, big, mind-blowing, we had a few world quests that we didn't because the Jet quests, I think, and the R&R quests were like some of the most incredible things we've done in this game. But what they've done in Fontaine is like very like different, where they've had like a bunch of like much smaller, bite-sized world quests that all have this overarching thing. And they did have overarching things, I guess, if you talk about it in the Wave, but I always saw the R&R quest as like one quest with like loads of little pieces in it. With this, it's like it feels like in Fontaine, it's like, so far we've done like 6 different movies that like most of them all just like come together. Even like the Talishard thing, that would have been a movie I would have watched as a kid. Like it has a beginning, middle, and end with the Talishard thing. And it sets up other things as well. The stuff they've done with this is incredible. Enough, monster. I've caught you now. You're all coming back to the Fortress of Meripede with me, the girl included. Wait, what? It's a trick. But then you just... Who would actually make a deal? Yeah, I knew. Yeah, oh my god. Could anyone be sure that words come out of his mouth aren't some beguiling incantation to stunt human wisdom? Oh, you suck. You suck so bad. You suck so bad. You were the worst. I won't be fooled again, so I decided to play my own rules. Your documents are missing. You'll stay in the Fortress of Meripede for the rest of your life. You have no right to bypass a trial. If you want to emphasize down your written appeal, be my guest, but until then, you don't have a choice. Fool. We're just back? What? Welcome back. Malong. Noel's filed appeal forms out for you already, but you should stay here out of trouble until the final decision is made. More specifically, do not rile him up. Can we talk to Risley? I thought I was getting a coworker who knew what he was doing so I could get less stressed, but as it turns out, I've only gotten busier since his arrival. I really want to take a vacation in Nadlan. What happened to them? And here's the thing, I'm not trying to be rude to her. I understand that she's very tired, but I feel like this is a situation we need to like move on. Usually I'd be like talking about vacation. Oh my god, I'm all over it. But this time I feel like we need to understand what's happening quick. They're being kept on a strict watch now. If you don't want to see the same team, then follow the rules. So I'm guessing, my guess is you could do this quest much earlier, right? And my guess is that since you could do this quest much earlier, we can't just like go to Risley and ask for like everything to be changed, right? We can't, because we don't have the same probably like strong relationship we have with them. Because again, you probably could have done, again, obviously I wasn't going to do all those quests earlier. And the reason is just like, I feel like it's like, I want to pace this game in a really good way. You do all the world quests in a row, it just makes them less fun for me personally. Yeah, this is rough, man. They give us a taste of freedom for Lanoire, and then like, you know, she's gone again. So we have to go up above, I guess. It's rough. It's super rough. We could just take the elevator over here. Like, we were so like sure that everything was going really well. So sure. This is such a wild quest. And like the world quests have been just superb. They've been superb. And there's this saying, what are we doing here? Just talk to him? Okay. We'll just talk to him. Like, I've been having such a blast with these. It's you. Indeed, it's me. Noel's will probably call it atoning for my sins, but I've got seniority, so he doesn't get to order me around. Then what are you doing here? Atoning my sins, what else? Why does Palmy get the feeling you aren't the least bit surprised? Did you already know Caterpillar's true identity? Oh, maybe. I knew that he'd been here for a long time, longer than any of us. As for the rest of us, it's all is any of it really important? He looks like a human, he talks like one too. What can I say? I like chatting with him. So like, I feel like, you know, for a lot of like normal humans, this is probably one of the best like responses you're gonna get when it comes to someone revealing that they are like a hilly churl, right? Because hilly churls are terrifying. Like, it doesn't matter what way you look at it. To any normal person, a hilly churl is just someone who attacks you, or a thing that attacks you when you're walking on the roads. They make the roads dangerous for travel and all this stuff. This is like one of like the more like more nice responses you'll ever get, which is like, yeah, he's just, I like chatting with him, you know? Who cares, you know? The who cares is almost like the best case scenario in here for a lot of people, I would say. Maybe appearance matters more to me. Yeah, maybe appearances matter more to me than what's on the inside. I beg to differ. Wait, let me see here. What did I say? Maybe appearances matter more to me than what's on the inside. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
So he's saying, but I guess like in a general sense, like for me, the person is always more important than the appearance, always. What about Lanoire? Is she in there with him? She was taken to go fill in some registration form, but don't worry, she'll be back soon. Okay, let's ask Caterpillar just what's going on with him. It's such an interesting conversation. Holy hell, like he's just here standing against it. One of the coolest designs for Hilichurls in the game, by the way. These type of designs, it's so cool. So he's kind of in solitary now. I guess is the case. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. My plan was to get Lanoire home to her family, but then in return on my own. But it looks like the plan was a complete failure. There's a lot I want to ask. Of course, yeah, I really want to find out more about this. Imagine so. You really are Caterpillar, right? I am. Then you're a Hilichurl. I am. This is so interesting to me. Like again, this is why it's the scene itself. We're standing here talking to one of like the later Hilichurls that were like, I guess, made for the game. But it's still interesting every time we get to talk to any type of Hilichurl, any Hilichurl of any sort. But in this case, he can like shapeshift back and forth, which is like different from the Hilichurls we talked to before. Very different. At least from my perspective. But aren't Hilichurls all kind of dumb? And you look just like a regular kid before. Paimon doesn't know what's real anymore. Well, that's the thing. Again, like, we've never encountered something like this where a Hilichurl, right, can shift back and forth between human and man. Or sorry, human and Hilichurl. Usually it's like a matter of either they're a Hilichurl that can talk or they're just a Hilichurl. Like, that's it. There's no in between. You said before that you looked like this because you got sick, after all. Everyone has things they'd rather not tell anyone, and you're also so good to Lanoire, so you trust you too. Yeah, like honestly, if you don't want to tell us, you've shown so far that you are a morally good, like, person. So to me, it's kind of like, you know, you have that level of trust with us now, in my opinion. But you're not human at all. If you're a Hilichurl,
Then you can't trust me.
no, I trust you. I genuinely do now. Like, after that scene, for sure. I clicked it by accident, was it? I want to answer. Yeah, okay.
I'll answer all your questions truthfully.
When did you enter the Fortress of Mirapede? 400 years ago. 400 years ago, when you said you'd been here a long time, I thought you meant something like 3 to 5 years. But 400 years is like several generations, isn't it? Alright, you're a Hilichurl. What was your crime?
If you're interested in history, I was a member of the
This
Narcissus.
is Ordo. I was found guilty of being an accessory to the Master's scheme. We've heard of that before. I'm surprised anyone still remembers it.
The prophecy of the apocalypse. My master believed that he could stop this future of destruction from coming to pass. We did so much to prepare for this. It was powerful magic and also an evil plan.
So he was trying to stop the prophecy of the apocalypse from coming. Is that the same prophecy as we're talking about? Like, is that the prophecy in terms of either... It's not the cataclysm, right? So we're talking about the raising of the waters?
But perhaps none of this is important now. The plan failed, and the Narcissus Ordo has essentially ceased to exist. Whether Fontaine is destroyed or not is no longer anything to do with me.
Don't worry, we have it sorted. Just who was this master you spoke of?
Narcissus.
A powerful mage. He taught me human speech and granted me memory. That is more than powerful. That is insane. Was there really someone who could do something like that? But your appearance aside, you really do seem like an ordinary human. The many details of the past
A fade into memory. I remember this very well. This was a very, very long time ago. I couldn't change how I appeared to others at will then.
So we can't do it at will.
Many humans, some in finery, other in rags, some with curiosity, others with disdain, would all ask similar questions. Can Hilichurls really talk? Are Hilichurls really capable of intelligence? My master raised the holy blade of Narcissus high. It was a ceremonial sword, so the blade wasn't sharp, but still glistened in the sunlight.
This is insane to me. The fact that his master was a mage that could do this, and it was Narcissus himself, like themselves. Like, I love how connected all these quests are.
Behold, he said, even a hideous monster such as this can attain wisdom and redemption through my power. As the incarnation of Narcissus Scrooge, I was one of his creations, and a testament to Narcissus Scrooge's power. I once wielded the blade of Ordo.
Whoa. But the sacred sword evidently couldn't save my master from a fate of failure and ruin, and the mystical magic weapon no longer exists. Is that the same sword as that we found with Marianne, or is that a different sword?
There'll be no more monsters in human skin like me.
Why do you want to help Lenore?
Because of compassion. Humanity might be unattainable for me, but at the very least I can imitate it. Just like how I learned to change how I appear to others.
This is so interesting to me. This opens up so many like different like avenues. Not only can like could narcissists create was trying to stop obviously the Fontaine thing from happening, right? Like that's great, but also can create humans that turn into hilly churls that can shift back and forth between them. That was made to hold the blade. Paimon doesn't get it. Wonder,
Paimon, you both innately possess kindness and benevolence. Because of this, you don't need to think twice about helping others. You simply do. If you look at the outcomes alone, plenty of actions are indistinguishable from each other. We all agree that Lanoire should stay in the fortress of Meripede, and that she should return to her family. So we chose to help her.
your actions come from innate benevolence that doesn't require excessive consideration or calculation. For me, however, it is because by doing so, I will be more like a human. So he is doing it not because, again, we're not calculating helping people. We just jump in. We just always jump in. But he's doing it because he wants to feel more like a human. He believes that like the more benevolence he has, or the more, like, you know, as he said, consideration, not consideration, but the more consideration for other people he has, he will feel more like a human.
Funny, isn't it? I never truly became human, yet I can't stop mimicking human behavior. It's like atonement. As far as human law is concerned, I've long since atoned for my sins. But a human, what would a true human do? They would never forgive themselves for mistakes they made, the harm they cause, and the people or things they fail to save. So my sins can never be absolved, and I will forever be my own prisoner.
What do you plan to do next? This is so interesting to me. The idea of like trying to atone for sins of what happened with the Narcissus Ordo, right? How he was created, but now he's trying to like. It's such an interesting concept to me. Again, like I'm saying, these could be their own movies. A human that turned into a hilly churl, that can turn into a hilly churl. It was a hilly churl. That it also can turn into a human that wants to feel more human. So that's why they're helping this little girl. That's like, you can tell what I'm saying, that these are like movies themselves. I'll bring Lanoire back to her family. But forget about getting out of the fortress. We can't even get past this door. I made a promise to her, so I'll have to fulfill it. She shouldn't stay here any longer, especially not by my side. The geode mineshaft is a dangerous route, but it's feasible? That's right. Kleins and the others said that there's an opening that leads outside. So the guards asked him to install a locking mechanism like the one at the Rift of Erosion. He also says something about having prepared a surprise. Yikes, there's no way of getting anything good. Are you sure you want to go from there? Paimon seems to remember that there's a research terminal there that's operated by two people at the same time. Oh, wow. And Lanoire's so small, Paimon doesn't think she'll be able to operate it. Why don't we help them, Wonder? I do innately. I think this is again. If we're doing it like a movie, this is a movie line. Okay, you know, and like the thing is, we would do it for Paimon as well, but I feel like I don't want to say that way, right? Because again, we're also doing it for Lanoire, right? Like this isn't one of those situations where we're just doing it for Paimon. We're doing it for Lanoire as well. I have a few questions about the Ordo as well. Yes.
I think there are other places better suited to discussing the history of the Narcissus Ordo. Some of the distant fortunes of Meripede, for example.
Then we just have to wait until after Lanoire's reunited with her family. Before any of that, we need to think of a way out of here, and we need to meet back with Lanoire.
Ashteen will help us open the door, but there's a limit to how much he can help us.
He should be at the entrance, right? Let's go ask him. This is insane. It's such a beautiful quest. It's such an amazing freaking quest. Open the door. Open the door, please. Going somewhere? Oh no. He has something to do, so he's asked me to cover for him. When are people finding it again to their heads that I'm on my work to do? Oh, then can we leave? You can, but it's dangerous there. How dangerous, you ask? About as dangerous as the mental state of a new guard, I'd say. He really is a lunatic. I had no idea there were so many Gardemics on the move. So it's a Gardemic? Not only that, people actually approve his methods. Not that I know how serious those people are. Oh, wait. No. He's talking about, okay, no, yeah, sorry, no. I thought he was saying someone was a Gardemic. No, he's talking about the actual Gardemics around. Yeah, okay. If you want to go, you better be prepared. I mean, it would be best you didn't come back again. But Lanoire knows about back yet. I'm here. Mr. Mopolo just brought me back. Oh, great. There's no time to lose, Nora. I know the last game to the evil sorcerer. We lost the game to the evil sorcerer, but are you ready for a new challenge? A new game? You mean a new adventure? I'm ready. We can't let the evil sorcerer catch us again. Looks like they're all good. Are you ready then, Wonder? Yep, let's go. Thanks for your help. This is an amazing world quest. Without being noticed. Oh my god, another this is awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to like see where the quest. Okay. Oh my god, and so the alarm is activated. This is so incredible. You see what I mean when these quests are like movies? They're like freaking their own movie. It's so sick. It's so sick. Holy hell. Oh wow, block it off. Blocked off. I'll warp there. We can't warp there. This means use all this to just deal with 4 kids. I think now, you know, the way they're describing it is probably like there's like, oh god. The way they're probably describing it now is there's a hilly trail there, right? Wait, do we destroy it or do we... Is this up or down? That's down. We have to get there. How are we gonna wait? What if you do this? Wait, what? Oh, the spotlight? Yeah, we got spotted by the spotlight. That's what happened. And that's fair enough. That's more than fair with this game. You see there, the spotlight came around. So we need to block ourselves off and also block off the spotlight as well. So maybe go this way. And then stand here. Really fun stuff. Just a really fun mission. And always I want to say, like, you know, when I say it's like a movie, I feel like that's always can be like, you know, taken in the wrong connotations, because like for me personally, one of like my least favorite things about like the gaming industry sometimes is that they're always trying to catch up with like some games. I think a lot of AAA games want to be like movies sometimes, even though they're still very good. I'm not trying to say it as a negative thing. But for me, like one of the big strengths of games is that you can only really tell stories like this where we're playing it ourselves, we're moving around the fortress, we're getting immersed in the fortress, you know, we're like seeing, we're touching things in the fortress, we're talking to people in the fortress, you know, it feels like we are in this. Whereas like with a movie, like obviously, you know, you're not like the person itself, if you get what I'm saying, but I'm just saying like more in terms of like the way the plot is being laid out is really, really freaking neat as well. It just, I think the best way I could describe it is like a movie, but really it's just like they're all like these separate little stories that all have a beginning, middle, and end, which is like a play or a book or anything, you know, it could be anything like that, but I just use movie as the best way to describe it. But again, I'm one of those people that's always like, hey man, like, you know, video games to me are better than movies, personally, so I'm like not in the headspace ever to be like, oh my god, it's like a movie, as like that's like games have ascended to movie thing. I think games are just my probably like in terms of like entertainment, my favorite form of entertainment ever. In terms of like my favorite form of telling stories. Like when I played Final Fantasy X as a kid, for example, I don't think there was like I think at that point when I played it as a kid for the first time, I was stunned by just how you can tell stories like this, how it's even possible to tell stories like this. Can we attack this guy? I don't think we can. How are we gonna get past this? Above? Can I climb the Fortress of Meripede? We can. But yeah, what I'm saying, like when I played Final Fantasy X for the first time as a kid, I was like, okay, storytelling in video games. And even like, the thing is, like I didn't know it as like that way. Obviously, like, I'm not standing there as a kid going like, wow,
Storytelling in video games has reached its peak.
you know, I didn't say that. It was more just a case of like, you know, I was crying as a kid playing a video game, so I was like, okay, like there's something to this. You know what I mean? Now, the only other time I ever cried was in Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Before that, I mean, I've cried several times watching movies and TVs and games now, but the first time I ever cried in a video game was probably Final Fantasy X. And then it was Shadow of the Colossus, probably. Where are we going with it? Over there? This is like, this isn't considered cheating, is it? Because you know what? Not sure if I mind. Ah! I'm not here. Should have stayed climbing. Who saw us? Oh, this dog. Hey! What type of patrol route is that? Hey! Let's kill him. Use the searchlight to... Hey! Oh! Hey, who did that? Let's get him out of the way here. Hey, no, you can't see me. Oh no, he's just on alert. Hey, see you later. This is fun. This is super fun. But yeah, like it's so crazy because I talk about like how much I absolutely adore Genshin and adore quests like this as well. That's like, you know, it's one of those things where like I'm always amazed, like when I do cry over a video game or I get super angry, I get super upset or I get super sad or super happy or over something in a video game. To me, it's like one of the most special things ever because like a connection is made with a game. I remember at the start of the year, a game I played several times, but I replayed it, Persona 3 Reload. I remember I bawled my eyes out at the end of the game. Even though I played Persona 3 like 7 or 8 times before that, I cried over the remake right at the end of it. You know, I cried when I played this game. I cried when, oh god. I cried when I played this game. I cried when I played Final Fantasy Rebirth this year, you know? I cried at the end of, oh no, I'm not here. I cried when I played, Infinite Wealth at this year as well, you know? I cried so many times playing Genshin, so many times playing other games like One Shot and all, like so many games on the channel as well. There were so many tears. Which is so interesting to me now, because it's like you can trace back like all the thing where I was like, you know, that's what I'm saying. As a kid, I didn't know you could like cry over like a game, you know. And I know it sounds so stupid now, but to me, it's not stupid at all. Oh, it's one of these things. Yes. You get what I'm saying? Where it's like it was like, oh my god. And afterwards, when you cry about that game, we have to collect this. Afterwards, when I cried about that game. You're like, and I've cried, say this year, for example, I remember, actually, you know, a better example is when I remember someone said to me at one point, it was Final Fantasy, so it was Persona 5, back in my first ever playthrough Persona 5, I played it back in, maybe we should have activated this one first.
This is no time for distractions. Seriously, you have a great magician standing
back
right
when I played
here.
Persona
You don't want to
5
miss the best part, do you?
all the way back then first. Oh, that's a distraction. Okay. I'm silly. And I remember once I finished it, I had no problem posting, you know, and maybe it can be seen kind of like weird, but I posted like, I remember I was on like Twitter or something and I was like, finished Persona 5 for the first time. And actually it might have been my second playthrough, finished it the second time, bawled my eyes out again. And someone was like, I wish I had that connection with games. And it's like, I think a lot of us do. And some people don't. Some people don't cry over games. Some people don't feel that way about games. That's fine too. Like everyone has a different connection to games. It's not any less or more, in my opinion. But I love connecting to these stories. I love being here in a game like this. We're back in this area. And being able to play this game and feel so connected to it. So we have to open up this area again. There's two now. So if we run this, we're trying to get this to the middle, I believe. Wait, stop for a second here, actually. We want to get this here like this. No, that's in a perfect place. That's in a perfect place. I think. Yeah, it's perfect. And then we'll stop it when it gets about here. I think so, anyway. But yeah, I like having these conversations with you guys as well, where we're able to converse about, like, you know, how we feel about games. Some people tell me all the time, like, I don't have the connection to games, where I don't get angry, I don't get upset, I don't get, and that's fine too. You're playing a game the way you want to play it, and it's how you are. You know, you connected that way. Install this, but we need to get to a terminal. We need to activate this terminal. So if we bring this over here and we run this, we want to, sorry. And I guess we want it pointing towards there. Right? Yeah. And I think that the main thing is that I feel after every time I cry about a game. The main thing I feel about every time I cry about a game is a general feeling of like, wow, I have a connection that will never be broken with this game. A bond that will never be broken with a game. And I love that feeling. I love it. I don't care if it's cringy. I don't care if people are like, that's weird. I feel like you have a connection for a game forever if you know, see it like that. Would people really work in a place like this? It's really, again, I'll mix some of the dialogue sometimes again, guys. It just goes by so fast. So this is the geode mine shaft then. There's a waypoint down here. It's interesting color rocks, isn't it? Holy hell! What the hell is it? It's gorgeous. It's the geode mine shaft? Paimon's heard of it before, but it's a little different than she imagined. Whoa, what pretty rocks. Are all these gems? It's Archeum. Archeum mining operations stopped after Fontaine Research Institute accident. Maybe we should keep our distance then. So there really is a research terminal here. Is that a note next to it? Could clients have left this here? Let's see what it says. This locking mechanism can only be opened by 2 people simultaneously. The energy storage unit has been removed from the front research terminal. The geode mine shaft has been equipped with a flying energy thief. Initializing the front research terminal with an energy storage device is not advised until protective measures have been taken. The flying energy thief is a trial product that has not undergone internal or peer review. It will pursue any entity carrying the energy storage device and disable said device. Loss of control or explosion of occurrence of the trial products and operation will be considered unfortunate accidents, which the manufacturer is not liable. It is strongly advised not to leave from here. Work in production zone is arduous, but at the very least, it's not life-threatening. Turn back now. If there's any, okay, so it's like a thief. So the energy storage unit has been removed from the front research terminal. It will pursue any entity carrying an energy storage device. Okay. Is this a surprise clients is talking about? It's more like a shock. To activate the research terminal, we need a mobile energy storage device, but once we have one, we'll get chased by some sort of flying energy thief. Looks like we just have to beat this energy thief in a race. I just go back and give clients a beating. Jesus, but flying is faster than running. How can you give before the race has even started? Look at their face. Oh my god, I love these special. He's like looking up, like looking for someone to be like give him a bit of sympathy. You know, we need it sometimes. There's gonna be a race. I'll be rooting for you two. All right, let's leave the terminal of the caliber to Lanoire. We'll take care of the rest. Sure. I'll keep watch. Be careful. Let's go. So this is said to be one of the security measures set up inside the geode mine shaft. It will actively pursue the entities carrying the storage device and will use a small yield explosion to disable the storage devices. To anything that is not holding a storage device, however, they will pose no threat at all. So we have to pick up the storage device here. No, not this. This? Oh my god. Ah! This is so fun. Are you kidding me? This is so fun. We need to get those rocks for sure. Oh, here we go. No, 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 no. Ah. You pose no threat. Why are you trying to explode me? I'm just being a good person. I'm just being a good person. Break seal? So we have to activate them as well once we get near them. Oh, okay, okay. For what's this? Pick up. I'll take that. Mysterious ore. This is so fun. This is just such an incredible quest so far. Oh, we don't have to break the seal here? Okay. This is just so incredible. This is adding mechanics that are new to the game, but are so freaking fun. Let's go. Let's get another one. I see one right over there. Let's go for it. Like, it's so fun. Ah, you can't get me now. Sorry. Can't get me now. And then there's one left. Even the place looks so beautiful as well. Where are we now? Don't follow me, by the way. It's illegal to follow me. Suspect has a pretty magician. And we break the seal then? No? There we go, okay. So sick. So sick. This was awesome. Now you can finally get over here, Lanoire. Okay, come on, faster, faster. Such a fun time. Why is it off? Why is it off again? Someone sent to catch us? Maybe. Should we be able to go? Should we go back and take a look then? Oh, it's him. No need to trouble yourself, esteemed guests. You're evil and I represent the side of justice. Even without Gardamex, I won't let you go. Oh, dude, without Gardamex, this is probably open and shut for you, buddy. Lay down your arms and surrender. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. No one's going to appreciate this in the end. They really don't. I'm sorry, but no one will. Bro. Thank you, Calibur. Do you want to get him yourself? Bro, you're donezo.
Everyone hold hands.
Let's light it up! The wind knows me. Teamwork is dreamwork! Here comes the finale.
This is actually a fun team. Like it's very simplistic in a way too, like how to use it. Like even if I'm not perfect at it, like it still works really well. He's just a monster. Why would you help him? Why'd you help him? You've been acting more like a monster than anybody in the traditional sense. I'll tell you that much right now. Kader isn't a monster. Why would you call him that evil sorcerer? You're an evil sorcerer, exactly. Ever since Mother left Meripede, Kate isn't really nice to me. Kader's really nice to me. He never lied to me. There are other nice people here too, but none of them are nice as Kader. He tells me all kinds of stories and listens to mine too. This is the thing. That's the thing. He's so close to being like what a human would be in terms of like what we believe is the pure parts of humans, like listening, consideration, being helpful, care for others. You know, the stuff that we really love about humanity, you know? I won't let you call him a monster. That's not just humanity, by the way. Animals have that too. Animals do have consideration in a lot of cases and care as well. Like, so I'm not just trying to say that, you know? Why? Justice should triumph over evil. It is about to triumph over your evil. It is. There's no such thing as good or evil here. I love this guy. I actually think he's great. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I think they did such a good job of writing this character. And they did such a good job of having, like, again, in the Fortress of Mirapede, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really feel like no one's going to appreciate that the extra mile that Nuels is going, because it's like no one appreciates him anyway, because like, again, everyone else is kind of like, dude, you're just ruining stuff down here. What are you doing here? You're late would have been such a good line too, but atoning for my sins, of course. It took me quite time to retrieve those Gardamex you utilized without authorization. Well done. You didn't just break the rules, but violated regulations. Now it's your turn to accept your punishment. You're coming back with me. As for you guys who want to leave, this is your last chance. With all the fuss he's been making, who knows what will happen later. Of course, it's all possible that nothing will happen at all.
Thank you.
If you want to thank me, don't come back. That's probably, yes, the trouble would be probably gone as well for this guy too, who has actually been very helpful. And I know we did the whole competition for him, so he had to be helpful, but still, like, it's appreciated, you know, it's appreciated. I think the way they've like wrote the dynamic between those two characters is really good for the Fortress of Mirapede as well. The way he said there's no good and evil, because that's the whole concept of the more Fortress of Mirapede. It's like, yeah, you did bad down here, but it's like, if you keep doing bad down here, of course, then you'll be evil. But the concept itself doesn't really exist because everyone's on the same playing field. I guess we can go now. Should be clear. Go now? What was that? We should be clear now, right? Let's get out and move on before there's any more surprises. Yeah. We'll leave Mirapede again. Will we ever come back? We'll use the front door next time. Yeah, because we're going to be best friends with Risley. Going through the regular channels is safer. I can't get over how pretty this place is as well. Goodbye, Mirapede. Oh, she's so sweet. Nah, look at how beautiful this place is. Like, this is just a whole new location as well. Like, they did such a good, fantastic job of creating this stuff. Yeah, like, I think the dynamic between the two guards was one of my favorite things about this as well. And it's, like, such an, like, it's not even the one thing you should focus on the most. Because I think, like, you know, when you're talking about it, like, you know, he sees this, Linny, doing a good job here.
Fremonade would probably be better.
It's okay, though. Yeah, it's like, yeah, he sees a hilly-churl monstrous creature as like a monster, as the bad thing down here. But Esten, who's been here for quite a bit and understands the Fortress probably very well at the stage, understands that, like, even Risey wouldn't see it that way. He's like, okay, this dude has caused no problems. Yes, he tried to escape or whatever, you know, in that way, but like he did it, you know, for, you know, other reasons. Other people probably tried to escape before as well. He earned the, you know, this thing and whatever. You know, I think people in the Fortress would like understand him more than they'd understand the guy that was trying to air out justice. Finding out the air outside is so fresh. It looks very fresh. Meet up with Lanoire and Caterpillars? We're just meeting up with them now? Holy crap, look at this place. There's something else I want to talk about, but let's wait until we're closer. Okay. So we do have to talk about something here, so I just want to see this place as well. There's another quest over here too. We won't go too close because it actually might activate the world quest. This is such a beautiful location though. It's very, very pretty. How far away did they go? Wow. And in fact, perfect. Because I've been meaning, this is underground, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay. I've been meaning to come up here because there's actually a flower selection up here for Lini that you can get that I've been actually like wanting to collect, but I can't collect it, even though we don't need it anymore. But like, you know, if I ever want to get into plus 9 with level 90, which the plan is once I get all my characters to like level 80 and have all the artifacts fully leveled up, have their weapons leveled up to like 80 as well, the plan kind of will be, I think, to like eventually, because we're going to be playing Genshin for years to come. You know, I'm still going to be playing Genshin all the time. The plan will be like, especially since I'll have more and more downtime in between stuff, I won't just be leveling up characters constantly. I think I would have more time to just like get characters to level 90. And the way we'll do it is we'll probably like get my most powerful team to level 90 and then upgrade the world level so then we can get more rewards and upgrade other characters to level. I know like we can just do it with our artifacts, but you know what I mean? Like it might be fun to just do that if I have the downtime after a while, especially since, you know, once we catch up past Natlan and I get a lot of the characters that I want and stuff like that I've upgraded, I feel like I'm going to have like a lot of downtime, and that could eventually be some sort of like stream or something if you guys would be interested in watching me level up characters and do some side stuff and things like that. I think it'd be fun. You let me know if you think that would be fun. Like we could do like weekly update streams or something where like and again, this is not a promise. I want to make sure, so I probably shouldn't get your hopes up, because just in case I decide, you know, because streaming is not really like the thing I aspire to do here. I really like doing the edited content. But I do think that it would be like a cool idea to do some sort of like weekly update with Genshin. Here's where my characters are, because obviously, like, you know, we'll still be doing weekly updates because we'll be playing weekly stuff. There's always going to be Genshin video every single week. There's going to be new content, new events, new quests. But I think it'll be cool to kind of like, you know, if there's a week that there is a downtime, if we're not doing a quest. This is so pretty, man. Holy hell. We can be like, hey, here's where I am with this character. Here's where I am with this character. It's so gorgeous. If that makes sense. And maybe, like, again, I understand that, like, again, people said it's kind of like a waste in some cases, because the thing is, like, I could level up to level 9 to up the world level once we get everyone leveled and all this stuff, I guess, if we wanted to do that. Even though, like, I mostly play, like, I don't play any multiplayer or, like, harder stuff. I mostly just do the main game. So it's not really that big of a deal if I don't do that. So if we don't do that in the end, it's okay too. This is so pretty. Holy hell. Look at your real home over there. It's just as Agnes described it. At the breezy foothills and mountains. That's her home. Oh my god, it's so pretty. That's it. It's just like Mom said. Wander, Paimon, why don't you take Lanoire there? What about you, Catter? Are you not coming with us? I'm feeling pretty tired, so I'll rest up for a while. I'll catch up with you later. Then I'll stay with you. Once you're all rested up, we can go together. Mr. Wander and Mr. Pine must be so tired. It's a shame Bran and Miss Wosley aren't here. I kind of want to go back. You're used to it now. It's so normal to feel that way. You're so used to it. Back where? Back to Mirapine, of course. Going back now probably won't be a great idea. I don't want to say the fortress isn't your home, but yeah, it wouldn't be a great idea right now. That's right. Getting out of this where there wasn't easy. Plus, if you go back now, Paimon thinks it would just be news for bad news resting. Yeah, he helped us out quite a bit with that stuff. Do you want to go back to your real home, Lanoire? Look, you can see from here. We just have to go over there and we'll reach the end of our adventure. Oh, no.
A kind man named Irnishaw lives in that cabin.
He's your family? This music as well. Look, Lanoire, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing to worry about. Go home. I know Irnishaw will take good care of you. Will you go with me then, Catter, after you've rested? Lanoire. Oh, don't do this. Lanoire, everyone has somewhere they should return to. You should go back to your real home, and I have somewhere. No. No. Then will we see each other? No, stop. Don't ask that question. At the end of the story, the characters in it all disappear. I don't think they see each other again. Don't do this. Do not do this. This music as well. Of course you will. Your adventures are just beginning. There's still a whole wide world out there for you to explore. This is just a temporary goodbye. We'll see each other again. Really? Really? I know you never lied to me before, but... Let me tell you a story, Lanoire. Long ago, there was a mage's apprentice. It's him! He was a dim-witted apprentice that took it far from... so it took him far more time than the others to learn the language of magic. But his teacher, who was an amazing mage, wasn't the least bit concerned. On the contrary, he heaped praise on his apprentice's progress and even trusted him with important tasks. The apprentice never doubted his teacher's instructions. After all, he was a great mage who taught him the language of magic. So pretty. The mage had a basin in his workshop. Actually, you could call it a fishbowl, and he kept a little fish in it. One day, the little fish called out the apprentice, "Hey, you over there, Nibwood, help me out." The apprentice was taken aback. Apart from the great mage, nobody or no creature even would make a conversation with him like that. So this piqued his curiosity, and he asked how he could help. As it turned out, the little fish used to live in the vast boundless sea. By being brought here, it had been separated from its family, and it tried to ask others for help, but none here to respond to it. "I had to bring you home, but my teacher has forbidden me from going out," the apprentice said. Hearing this, the little fish swam crestfallen to the other side of the basin, saying nothing further to the apprentice. Look at this Shaw. Then one day the apprentice discovered the little fish was no longer in the basin. Who took it away? Did they bring it home? The apprentice couldn't help but wonder. Without the little fish, the basin was now completely empty. Just what sort of place is the vast and boundless sea? Before he realized it, the apprentice's thoughts had drifted to the world outside the workshop. And then what? I bet the mage's apprentice leaves the workshop. But the little fish, did he go back to its home? The sea, that's a place with lots and lots of water, right? Does the apprentice find out? I'll teach you the rest of the story next time. Oh my god! Like, this is so beautiful as well. Like, you know, the idea of like again, she's asking, did he go back home? You know? And he's also saying, without the little fish, the basin was now completely empty. This was sort of place the vast boundless sea, before he realized that the apprentice's thoughts had drifted into the world outside of the workshop. Is he saying that she's like, in this story, she's kind of like representing that little fish in that way, just like she did represent it, kind of almost represented like the little girl in the story with the giant as well. Is it this sense of like, once you leave, you really can't go back, but the world outside is probably more vast and bigger than you could ever expect as well? And he started thinking about the whole world because of that. Aww, Lanoire. Listen to my stories can't be that much fun. She loves you, dude. She loves you. She trusts you so much. Next time, if you don't want to hear my stories anymore, you can tell me some stories of your own from Earnshaw. Yeah. I think I have many stories I'd like to share with you. Well, then next time, I'll be sure to have lots and lots of amazing stories to tell you. This is such a big deal for Lanoire to like have to leave. So again, the thing is, like, a lot of people, and this is so sad to say, a lot of people would prefer to be in a dingy fortress with someone they knew and cared about than to be in like the happiest of homes with someone that's a stranger for now, right? At least for the first while. I think that's a lot of people would feel that way. I look forward to hearing them too. For now, it's time for you to go home, Lanoire. This is goodbye, only time we'll see each other again. Okay, then until next time, Connor. You better see each other again, because I'm already devastated. You better see each other again. Let's go. You better. I swear to God. Please take Lanoire home. And he's just like matter of fact about it. This is so freaking crazy, man. This is such an amazing world quest. This is one of the most amazing world. This is like top 3. This is crazy. Holy hell. Is that Earnshaw? Bro, I got it. This little girl. This is your family. This should be right. Excuse me. Are you hikers? How can I help you? This kid looks a little like... No way. Never mind. Eyes must again. No, you recognize it because she probably looks like a family member. But it's like this. Yeah, explain it to him. She supplements the tales with a few... Oh my god. Agnes, no. So that's what happened. That silly girl's already... Mother's not in Meripy. Did she not hear... Lanoire. This girl kills me. What the hell? Yeah, she didn't like it here either, so she left and never returned. Why? This place is full of things she likes. I recognized Princess, and Hero as soon as I saw them. Oh my god, look at the little freaking dogs! Mom says she always was very quick to change her mind and pester her dad, Grandpa, for ages until he finally agreed on to get her puppies. She really liked dressing them up, but soon she had something else she became more fond of, so she didn't get to watch them grow. Why won't she come back? If she doesn't come back soon, I'm going to grow up as well. And she wants her mother to see her grow up. She'll come back and see you grow up. I don't think I want to be I don't want to answer that. I feel like it's so unfair to say that to her. So this place is going to be my home from now on. That's right, child. This place is your home now. I smell towel. Yes! This girl has killed me. This girl has killed me. I want what's best for her constantly. You can eat as much as you like. I'm back in my home now. This is why I think Kater will be happy too. Kater, is he the one who took care of her? It's alright, could you invite him to rest here while at the cabin? He's kind of shy. When we were in Meripede, he was really good at hide and seek and nobody could find him if he really wanted to hide. He's quite shy, so he's watching from a distance. As long as he knows Lanoire's home and safe and sound, he'll be content. Jesus. Is that so? Well, that's a pity. Could you help me get a message from him then? No matter what, when, he will always be welcome here with open arms. What is this? If you ever get the chance to invite him over to be our guest, we'll tell him. Sure thing, leave it to us. Kater and I agree the next time we meet, I'm going to tell him many great stories to him. Well, looks like we got a lot of awesome stories to prepare then. We can't be sharing stories with him like that aren't at least 100 times more incredible than this. Okay, 100 times. Even Kater will be surprised. We reminisce about the old days while we drink tea and even... Oh, that's so amazing. I'm so happy she has like a home that she can be like really safe in. You're finally back to your real home, Lanoire. You must be tired. We'll leave it to you for now. Mr. Wander, Mr. Pimer, you guys leaving too? We got our own adventures. We gotta go. We gotta go. When I grow older, can we go on adventures together? Oh, and Kater can come along as well. You can be like our 10th party member as well, because I've been trying to get a 3rd party member forever. We can discuss it when you're older, because we don't know what's going to happen. Thank you, Mr. Wander, Miss Paimon. See you guys later. Holy hell, this mission. You guys are leaving now? Thank you, guys. Safe journeys. This is crazy. Is this home? I didn't think about that Kater talked about it. Welcome home, child. I was glad you're back. So this is like almost like a fairy tale ending, right? Because this like doesn't happen sometimes in stories, and I'm so glad they let it happen. The idea that like she got the home that she dreamed of, the home that she's here with now. Like hopefully, because again, I don't know this dude from John, right? So like if anything does happen to her, like and this third guy turned out to be like a really mean, even like slightly mean, and I'm saying like even slightly mean in terms of like if he tells her to like you know she's eating ice cream for dinner if she wants, if he doesn't accept that, it's execution. What an amazing story. And we're going back up to talk to Caterpillar, which is just an amazing name as well. They're so incredible with their naming of characters and the naming of their stories and all this stuff. It's actually just so incredible. Like again, oh, he's back to being here. Okay. Yeah, back to being the child version. Are you happy? Are you happy now? Wouldn't it be great to meet Grandpa Earnshaw and Lanoire right now? Are you sure about this? She's returned to a normal world with her family. For her, I say things couldn't have ended better. Yes, that's what I'm saying. A fairy tale ending. That's not perfect in an emotional sense because, of course, like, she's her mother's not here, so it's not exactly fairy tale, but it is like better than one could hope for someone who lost their mother and grew up in the Fortress of Meripede, in my opinion. As for me, she'll forget about me in no time. No. Jesus Christ. People say that all the time, and it never... I'm gonna cry again. It never works. She'll forget about me in no time. No. Don't say that. You should know that you mean a lot to her too. She definitely won't forget the promise you two made to each other. If you really never see her again, she'll be heartbroken. Yes, she will. She won't. Children tend to forget, to quickly forget both meetings and farewells. This is how they grow up. Now, kids are more like resilient, but they still have lasting things that affect them, And I still would like you to, and again, he's probably doing it for her as well. He doesn't want her to kind of like continue. Maybe he wants her to grow as well. I'm simply a character in a story, brave at times, yet also an evil monster at others. Because he's played both, but she sees him as just like this beautiful person. Let the fantastical story be a memory consigned to her past. She's a real world now, one that's 100 times better than any fantasy narrative. Holy hell! His stories that he told her ended with sadness. The stories that she told him always ended with happiness. It's almost like he was like prepared, like it was going to be like this comparable thing where it's like, you're getting a better life than anyone ever did in the stories that I told you, Wander and Paimon, thank you. No payment at all. The place is better suited for retelling the story like that. Yes, please. We've been there before. If that saves us all trying to find a way there, let's go. So we're going there? Wait, what? What happens after that? Initial facts? Is initial facts like a whole different mission? This has been a roller coaster of a freaking episode, man. Oh, the book. The book, of course. I'm still a bit messy. Organized clues at the Narcissist Ordo. Talk to Anne. There's so much we have to go and talk to here from people. And we have this moving as well. Today we're going to talk to Caterpillar, of course. Obviously that's the main mission we're focusing on now. I am Lenny doing this as well. This is so amazing. So initial facts is the one there, but there's also unfinished story for Anne. We will talk to Anne. I want to talk to Caterpillar as the main thing we're doing first. Is this kind of like the same way we talk to? Yeah, probably. Well, this Narcissus is Ordo. That's so amazing. It's so amazing. There are no longer any ceremonial items here, nor has there been a dispelling ritual conducted for a long time. Nonetheless, the familiar setting stirs in my memory. This is the right place. Maybe there might be clues that we overlooked, but that you could spot off the bat. Have you found anything? All I see are memories of the past and things that shall never catch up to me again. Does that count? Well, Paimon doesn't want to interrupt your reminiscing, but that doesn't seem like what we're looking for. Perhaps my past is inextricably intertwined with the Narcissus Ordo, the chief culprit of the great sin. As such, some of my memories may be yet helpful to you. So the great sin was the sin of making everyone into an Oceana, so they helped out with that? Is that what the sin is? A different sin? This is, again, an emotional roller coaster. I should warn you that I was not in the inner circle 700 years ago, so I don't know everything about the incident. But I was personally mentored by Narcissus Cruz, who should be the origin of all this. Isn't that the prophet lying dormant in all of us, and when he wakes, one more evil shall walk the world? Holy frickin' hell. That's the sort of person he is. That's terrifying. Well, since we got this opportunity, is there anything else you want to ask, Wander? Yes. Yes. Tell me about yourself. About me? I thought we got acquainted well enough with her during our jailbreak. It was amazing. Like, it's so crazy because like with these type of missions, it's like, it's hard to like fully like, because I was talking, you know, the word heg in it, like where you're like, you know, like which happens to be sometimes. But sometimes there's missions like this where like, so the ending is so beautiful in terms of like it's hard to be like upset, right? Because while like it's sad that they're not going to see each other, and that moment, those moments made me choke up a bit, and you could I definitely probably like I think I was definitely, for me I was definitely choking up a bit during those scenes. There's also like so many it's like there's also like so many consolations where like I feel like it's actually a much happier ending than we could have hoped for, in my opinion. I thought we got acquainted well during a little jailbreak, but I understand that you're asking about something deeper. Now I shall perform a terrible feat that never been done before and will never be done again. I'll expose some true self before all, without any facade or mask, and that someone shall be myself. Well, it's really a lot. Paimon doesn't think she can lighten up the atmosphere at all. Lanoire's really gone home, did she not? We have to face a more complicated world now. The time for things from under age of 9 is over. Next, we probably need the experiences from age 16 or so. This place is beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about here. The experiences from 16 or so? The first voice I heard was in the Caterpillar was out of the Narcissus Cruz. Other than speaking of the redeeming powers of the Holy Blade Narcissus, he also preached thus. The body is just a shell. Even the body of a Helical can bear a sentient consciousness. Oh, Jesus Christ, what were they doing? Perhaps he did. I've tried to unravel my own origin, but the answers I've got were all pretty vague. Poor you. Well, I don't really feel that way. I've discovered, after all, that most humans do not know the reason why they were born, yes, and they still live happily, yes, and that's being close to human. We don't know the meaning of life all the time. Also, it's not quite correct to say that he created me. How so? Creation is the feat of God, and if we may call one above God, in the tenets of Narcissus Cruz. Do you know what is most critical in creating someone? What is it? It's imagination. Imagining a person down to the last detail, akin to the Oceanid imagining a creature in the wild. Oceanid. There's a story that tells us of a powerful mage priest imagining his own son, only to realize that himself was a product of someone else's imagination. Sorry for digressing, but I feel like this information is relevant to your questions. It's okay. Well, it didn't make anything clear, but I think, what we can gather from this is that, like, he feels as though he doesn't mind that he's just some creation, like, and that he doesn't know exactly why he was created, because that's, like, being human. He wants to seem, like, closer to humans. But also, he was created, and he was told by this mage, Narcissus Cruz, that, like, the body doesn't really matter, because anything can contain a soul, and we can put a soul into anything, and the mind into anything. Which is scary as well. It's obviously interesting, but it's also scary. The Ordo, yes, I want to hear all about this. Since you find this place so familiar, what could you tell us about it? Actually, as I recall, most people in the Narcissus Ordo were very kind. The Narcissus Crew's teachings just contained many radical ideas that were perhaps difficult for people to accept. We know that in the Ordo there was a lot of good people who wanted to fix things afterwards as well. Right? No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just confusing two things. That could be. Doesn't sound good at all. Yeah, it can be scary. Narcissus Cruz would lead ceremonies with the Holy Blade in accordance with the ancient dictates. They call it the Trifactor Excision in Liyue, and in Sumeru shattering Amateraga, and they call it they call it Trifactor Excision in Liyue, and in Sumeru the shattering Amateraga, he called it the rumination of the ego. He believed that one's own will be an obstacle, and that accidentally receiving a vision while seeking the path is a guaranteed path to destruction. Wait. So he says that he believed that one's own will is an obstacle, and the accidentally receiving a vision is a guarantee. So having a vision is a bad thing to them. So after someone gives themselves up, what happens to them? Well, they stay quiet normally. They're quite normal, actually. It is said that people cannot perceive the truth because their body with the self sees the world filtered through their five senses. That doesn't sound so scary then. However, I never found out what the Narcissus' ultimate purpose was for collecting all those wills and cells was. So it is collecting the wills of people. That's what they're saying. Wow. So collecting the wills and selves. So collecting people's wills. Can you elaborate concerning Narcissus Cruz? Another time, perhaps. There's so much you said, I'll need to process it all. Okay, that's fine. Do you have any other questions? I do. So that's interesting. So they were conducting something, a ritual to collect people. Am I getting that right? If I'm correct me 100% if I'm wrong. To collect people's wills. About what happened all those years ago. Many years ago, the one called Lord Artifactor, Guillotine, and the Narcissus Cruz had an intense clash. Guillotine was even called the White Cavalier of Protection. We've heard this name before as well, of course. Pfft. Is that a better title than Honorary Knight? Well, if we're comparing impressive titles, it's Smith Chrysalis of the Fantastic... Oh my god, Phantasmic Mod, that's awesome. Just what kind of weird title is that? It sounds awesome. The title that the Ordo gave me. I'm Caterpillar, a creature that turns into a chrysalis before completely metamorphosing into a butterfly. So did they think you were going to change again? Sorry, I like the name. I think it's beautiful. I suppose the name contained the wings of hope that I would mature into a human. Very interesting. So there was a hope that they would become human and they could create a human maybe? Or maybe like they would become like, become human. That's just a basic simple as. That's what they probably wanted to happen. Yeah, so what he's saying here is... Guillotine and Narcissus had an intense clash. Guillotine was even called the White Cavalier of Protection back then. And what happened was they gave him the Caterpillar name because they put like a mind into the body. And they wanted him to become something more than that. So they called him like a caterpillar because he was going to become like a mature into a human, which is crazy, by the way, like growing a human almost. There's still questions that needs answers. I'll have to pour over the records and try to piece it all together. So I'm afraid you won't always find me here. Fontaine can be dangerous as few as it is now. I'll disguise myself and rely only on the methods I've developed to do what I'll survive. Seymour! Negative danger. Wait, what? Oh my god, he sees him as dangerous. Disorientation, emergency, interruption. Wonderpine, please find a safe place to meet him. No, this dude's fine. This dude's fine. Well, Seymour, calm down. This is... We meet again. Oh my god! What did the white cafeteria protection say about you? This is my little invention. So this was Guillotine's invention. Was Seymour. Elaine. It's Elaine. Sorry, I keep getting the names mixed up. So it was Elaine. It's Elaine Guillotine, right? And okay, no, sorry. That's why I was like, I wasn't noticed as Elaine. Yes, my bad. I was like, wait a second. Yeah, sorry for getting that mixed up. Affirmative. I am prototype with a large number of bold design elements. I love this interaction. Priority level of this topic has been downgraded. Please lay your arms down and surrender. Seymour, listen to me. I've already surrendered to Wander. Is that so? Yeah, totally. He's fine. Very well, in that case, we continue to discuss my extraordinary design. I'm Caterpillar, as you know. Speaking of which, how's the young lady you were protecting doing? Wait a moment. Why did I say something like that? So you have that in your head. The connection, the way this is all connected is going to be insane. It has to be insane. What's wrong? You're correct. I'm looking for the master. I should protect Marianne. Or as you might call her, Marianne Guillotine. So she's related to Anne. Okay. The mechanic noises slowly become clearer. Guillotine. Correct my designer. Caterpillar, is this your memories from 100 years ago, getting clearer? No, this is a memory from before my birth. Something akin to an elephant recalling his previous life while meditating. Wait, so is this something we heard before, but I just it was so, there's so much information, I just didn't process it properly? That Marianne is related to, I think we knew that Elaine was related to the kids, right? In some way. Maybe not. But still, this is, he knows of that name as well. He remembers that name. I don't understand. Previous lives do not exist. Not for you, at least. Thanks to you, it seems that I've encountered potential breakthrough I've never imagined possible. Perhaps I might even find the secrets to my own birth after all. Though I do not understand, I'm glad to have been of service. In that case, why don't we exchange information? Since Seymour's here, maybe you'll be able to find some special records or something, Caterpillar. I don't understand, but I determined the likelihood of success to be high. You share information. That's so sick. This is so sick. So Jacob has emerged. Oh my freaking god. Oh my god. I have no hypothesis about all this, but it proves my conjecture. I still need to conduct some outside investigations. You could accompany us, Seymour. That would help a lot. This is a decision that will help restore my records. I will accompany you. Very good. In that case, Wonder Pilot, I'm 90% confident I will inform you. Great. When he's 90% confident, that is so freaking sick. Oh my freaking god, that is so sick. Guys, I need to say so. We will talk to Anne as well, by the way, next time. That's the next thing. When we go do the next world quest, we will do it now. There's such an overload of information right now. I kind of want to talk about everything that's happened here. And we'll come back here. I know I was supposed to come back here before anyway. Let's go back up here and talk about a lot of the stuff that's happened here. Now, again, this is a world quest that had so much information, but I love that ending. I love how they both were so Jacob has returned. He's emerged. Holy freaking hell. How cool is that? How cool is that discussion? That idea. It's like that they're referencing to their quest. They are interconnected in such a beautiful way, such an amazing way. So we learned in this quest that the Narcissus Cruise was trying to create, or at least we can do some more stuff here while we're doing this, but yeah, was creating a human life through a hilichurl, but he was, I guess, seeing if he could grow into a proper human or live like a human. And I wonder if it's the case where it's he's a hilichurl, but he wanted to see how far he could become with a humanity that's inside a different shell of a body. And that's where it came from. Then after that, we had to process the idea that there was a fight between Elaine Guillotine and the Narcissus Cruise. And Elaine was seen as a defender, like a white knight on a white steeded horse, fighting there, what did they call it? The again, I don't know, something white knight, the prevailer of justice or something like that. She was called some amazing thing that was the actual nickname is drifting me now, but she was trying to protect from the horrible things that he was doing. And she created Seymour. Seymour going to attack him right away was one of the most interesting things I've ever seen in my life. It's so interesting to me. This idea of just on instinct. And then on instinct, he remembered the name of Marianne that he had to protect. He remembered Seymour. They're all connected in that way too. So we also learned here is that they were trying, in the Ordo, and again, if I'm wrong with this, they were trying to create, with Caterpillar, they were trying to create something in a shell that was like a human that would eventually see if they could grow into a human, become more akin to humanity. Maybe I'm wrong in that sense. Maybe I'm getting that a little bit jumbled up, but that's what it seemed like to me. Now, it seems like the idea, which I love so much, is that Jacob is like something that's a big focus in this, which of course he would be. Of course he would be after what happened in the last stuff there as well. We're going to be talking to Anne as well. When we do the next world quest, that's the first thing we're going to do is talk to Anne in the next world quest, which I'm actually like very excited to see what's going to happen there as well. That connection at the end was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. This whole story was incredible as well. I'm trying to think what else we can talk about this stuff as well. Again, fairy tales once again. Stories once again. The idea of stories being so powerful and like and in this case it wasn't like a real like an idea of like going into a storybook, but it seems like the Ordo has a big obsession with the idea of storybooks and what that means. The idea of like stories being left in the past, the idea of stories like being like a gateway to something almost. Because the stories are an element in almost every single world quest we've done to do with the Ordo. Is the storybook stuff has been an element. Almost every single one. There's been something to do with like a storybook or a story or a fairy tale. So that's really interesting, which makes me think again, why were the Abyss Order trying to steal that freaking children's book? Why were they? I'm trying to think what else we can talk about here as well. We have I guess the thing we can say is we have a confirmation on a lot more of the characters and a lot more of the personalities, where they stand, what they did stand for. And now we have someone who's going to be doing research and trying to get 90% complete and surety, and then we can go along with his stuff as well. And that's all connected. It's all connected. This quest was incredible. This quest is one of my favorite world quests ever. I loved doing all the little quests around there. I loved like learning more about the Fortress of Meripede, and I loved that it became more about like it's almost like it was the idea was about a vessel with a soul in it reaching humanity, and the way that they told the story was what's the best way to show someone's humanity? Helping someone who's in need. And this whole story was him helping this girl in need and showing that he was, even though it was hard to trust him at first, he was showing his humanity. And the fact as well, they're showing this also. Look who we have in this quest. In this connected quest so far. Anne. And Oceanid. Seymour. Machine. Robot Dog. Caterpillar. A human, almost a human mind or human soul in a shell, right? And all of them have helped or had shown humanity on a level that is rarely even seen in most games or stories. All of them. And it is such an incredible thing. And it is like maybe like the Narcissus Ordo like had a lot of stuff. We know they like obviously were working in like very crazy stuff as well with like stuff with the Abyss, stuff with like the powers of the Abyss. We saw that in the Philosophy Institute as well. We know they're working with stuff with like the Rune Guards and the Rune Guardian and the Rune Graders and all this stuff. We know that also. But this is such an interesting way to like end this story. It really is. As always, if I remember anything, I will always come back afterwards and have a conversation about it. There's always like an overload of stuff that happens in this game, and you guys know it too, but like I actually like love that about Genshin. This is a long video, so I'm going to end this video here. I will also say as well the morality. I always say this as well. I forgot to mention this because I was so excited about all the prospects of what could come in with the story. Man, the stuff that they were doing here in Genshin, and especially in Fontaine with all their experiments, it really just worries me. It worries me so much, like what this is building up to. It's actually terrifying for me. Guys, I can't believe I forgot about this part, but I guess because just so much stuff was happening. And I'm about to record Stardew as I remember this, and I was like, he was trying to steal people's wills or take people's wills, and I wonder if that's the same way of like what they were doing with the oratories, but in a different way. The idea of stealing people's like, like not stealing people, but like, assembling that similar type of energy, I wonder. Now, I could be wrong about that, but maybe I interpreted that as something that isn't as literal as I thought it was. Maybe they're just, it's like the idea of stealing someone's will to get he believed a will to get a vision, and that will that brings along a vision is actually bad. So taking that is actually a good thing? Is that what we're saying? But like, what would he want to do with that? We don't know what he wanted to do with that yet, which is pretty crazy, because that's like something that's been such a powerful thing throughout the game, the will to want to get a vision and to better not to better yourself, but to like obtain that vision. This was crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you so much for supporting the series as always. And I will say, guys, thank you to the Never Can Repay the Baby Gangsta tier on Patreon. Thank you so much to Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuld, Radish, Anusta, Malcolm Conde, Deathtrap, Lynx Markey, Assassin, Alpaca Juice, Eopsy, Xander Whatever, and guys, I will say this also. Look at that. Perfect. You don't know, I don't know when the reaction to the banner is coming. It will be sometime this week. I'm not going to advertise it like I usually do probably. Maybe I might do a separate video. For now, we're not going to do that. Let's do the thing. So it might be in any of the videos. It might be, I don't know which one though. Let's go. No, maybe we'll do the thing like this. Because with the bow, it's much harder to do the thing. No, we can just do it like this.
And voila!
I did a disservice to you. So give me 10 seconds and we'll make this right. Okay? We'll make this right. It's really fine. No, we'll make this right. I went too fast. We'll make this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we'll go again? Okay, let's go. And then this.
Step right up.
We went way too fast. There we go. Perfect.